Ayad nga agahon, coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan, in Western Visayas in the Philippines. And guess who? I have Dazzle with me. She woke up early today, but I'm sure she'll go back to sleep because this kind of rainy day, good sleeping weather. Good sleeping weather.
It's been raining, right?
Oh, it's
Since
been
last
raining.
night.
It's been raining here since last night. I would say the past 12 hours it's been raining, thunder and lightning, and it's not just light rain either. It's like heavy rain, heavy rain. But I'm looking at the windy app, and there's nothing. There's no low pressure, no nothing at all. You know, like a storm, no typhoon headed our way. It's just, I guess, the typical wet season. You know, December, we're still in the wet season. Yo, 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 Tim, our good friend.
Yo, yo, yo!
Yo, 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 from Viva Las Vegas. Hey, Sheriff Dazzle and Master Sergeant Gino. Oh, there's JP.
What's up, JP?
I figure I'll start the live stream early because Dazzle got up. I was actually surprised because I just took Totoy outside in the rain. You know, she had to pee and everything. Then we went back in. I was toweling off Totoy because Totoy got wet. And then I was just like getting prepared here, making my coffee, in my coffee with Gino cup here, my Copico Blanca. So I was just
Biscuit.
Biscoff. Dazzle likes this Biscoff cookies. Me too. I like the vanilla.
Yeah.
We got that from the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
So I was, I had toweled off Totoy, and then she got all excited, and I was like, "Hey, we just went outside." It's like because Totoy heard Dazzle open our door from our
Yeah.
bedroom, so she gets excited too when Dazzle comes down here. Yo, 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 Dazzle.
yo,
yo, yo.
team!
Good morning, Gino and Dazzle. All right.
Oh, J-Boy, good morning!
And looking at the weather, I'm looking at the Pag-asa website here. The same statement from them the past few days. Really no weather system going inside the Philippine area of responsibility. Just the typical northeast monsoon rains. Bicol region, Cagayan, that's northern Luzon, Ilocos, Metro Manila, the rest of the country says partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. And we are getting thunder and lightning, like I said, all night long. Yesterday, there was a lot of like floods here, even here in Aklan province. Even here in our small town of Numancia, when you come out Camellia Homes Aklan, if we have to go to the plaza, there's a little creek nearby there. And it was flooded. You couldn't pass that road. So even if Dazzle and I wanted to go to the plaza to get her balut, or if I had to go get my pandesal, I could not get it yesterday because that little creek made the road impassable. It's like waist-high water by that little creek.
Yeah.
And all over Aklan province, they're having flooding. Like where else did I? Malinaw, Poblacion Malinaw. I saw flooding there.
Makato.
But Makato, the town next to us, oh yeah, where Dazzle goes to fishing, Loola's Fish Farm, they're flooded. We can't even go to go fishing if they wanted to. So flooding all over Aklan province right now, and I'm sure it's gonna be the same today with all this rain. Yeah, but Mom and Liana, they went to Katiklan. They made it to Katiklan. The mom rented a van because she had stuff here that she wanted to take. She wanted to take to Katiklan. So they probably stayed there a couple of days till Christmas Eve, I'm sure. I'm sure they're not gonna try to head back here today. Derek, hey, aloha, Derek, brother, my good friend in Hawaii, the commander-in-chief, Joyce, yeah, the commander-in-chief.
Hello, Daddy.
And you can back to bed, babe, if you like going back to sleep. You don't have to be on the live stream. I know you're still.
I'm awake.
You're awake. You're awake. Do you want to get something to drink? Because me, I have coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah, I made some oatmeal. So
Oh,
if you
yeah,
want to
I'll
eat
get
some
some
oatmeal,
oatmeal.
yeah. I already made we buy this whole oats.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whole
I like
oats.
that one.
Yeah, but you have to really cook the whole oats because they're kind of
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, you have to really. I boil them. Then I add honey. I add milk.
I like it because you have to like cook it.
Cook it. Yeah, you really have to cook it well. You know the
Unlike
whole
the other
oats.
ones, so
Yeah, the instant oatmeal. Yeah.
I get some.
How was the balut,
The
babe?
balut?
The
Oh,
balut.
yeah. Oh, like.
How many balut did you buy?
I bought 2 for myself.
2 for
And then
yourself.
2 for Lian and 2 for mom.
Okay, that's pretty.
And then-
That's usually you buy more than 2 each.
Yeah, but I was full already. We had our dinner.
Oh, you had
and
your
then
dinner.
Liana decided that she wants a balut.
Yeah. I know it was Leanna that wanted the balut.
She's been craving for balut.
So usually they eat more than 2 each. I know that.
Yeah.
Usually it's 3,
Yeah.
3, sometimes 4.
Yeah, and usually I don't drive at night, guys.
Yeah. Dazzle doesn't
Yeah.
like to drive bumblebee at night.
But Liana was craving for balut.
Balut.
And she's like, I want some balut ate. And then Mama likes the joyride.
The joyride,
She likes that.
And
So-
at the plaza, Dazzle, so I didn't go with them. They went
Yeah.
on Bumblebee, and there was a lot of people. Like
There was a lot of people, and I really like the lighting in the plaza.
the plaza,
I like
the
it.
lights,
It's
so bright,
Yeah,
so bright.
so bright, and there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean it is coming down hard right now, guys. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I would not be surprised, like I said, if that creek again is flooded today.
I'm not gonna be surprised.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised.
So the balut was awesome. I mean,
15 days, 16 day, or 17?
16.
16, so
days.
right in between, right?
It's the best balut.
The best
16
balut,
days.
16
Yeah,
days.
16
All right.
days.
Tip from Dazzle: the best
Yeah.
balut is 16
Because
days.
the duck is not that big.
The duck is not that big.
Just like-
The 17 is big, right? The duck
Yeah.
is 17
Yeah.
days. JP, I'm sure he's still not gonna eat balut. JP is like traumatized after watching balut videos.
What Liana does, and I do this almost all the time also. I don't eat the embryo.
Okay.
And Liana doesn't eat that. We just eat the yellow.
The yellow part?
The yellow
Oh,
part.
okay. All right.
And if we do that, they can eat at least 5.
At least 5.
Yeah.
At least 5. I'm down to cleaning the last few things under my kitchen sink
Oh, Jay.
and repacking my suitcase. People have been stopping by to say goodbye. All right, JD. Oh man, that's awesome, man. I know it's hard. Goodbyes are always hard, of course. You know, it's like people that you probably won't see for a while. But hey, man, they can always visit you in the Philippines, and then after a few years, I'm sure you'll make a trip to the U.S. That pretty common. Most people that move here after 3 or 4 years, they make a trip back to the U.S.
Yeah, just for a vacation.
For vacation, vacation.
Especially I noticed during their first year of retirement here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
They miss things back in the US, like of course like your family.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Yeah, like the old habits there.
The old
Habits,
food, sports. I know
Yeah,
there's
sports,
many reasons why.
Friends.
Yeah. Dazzle woke up early in case Santa came early. Just in case Santa came early.
Yeah, Santa came early, G-Boy.
Santa already came
When I
early.
was in Iloilo,
Yeah.
I used it all in H&M.
Yeah. She already went shopping at H&M. Any software services you need? Software? Not really. Not, I can't think of any software services that I need here. We're pretty low tech. Dazzle and I are pretty low tech with our YouTube channel. The laptop, editing on the laptop. We use a free app. It's like Shotcut. Shotcut is what we use. I have a GoPro 13, And then this iPhone, the iPhone 10 here is what we use for live streams, and we use it sometimes for filming also, but very low tech. You know, we're not high tech. Whoa, it's sped up. It's sped up.
It's sped up?
Yeah. Sometimes it does that. I don't even touch it
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Cheers, says JP. I was watching. I'll put it up here on the screen too. Because sometimes it's easier for me to read here. Yeah, it's easier for me to read here too. Sometimes. Yeah, I'll let you do it. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave. I have an assistant. Today. I was watching Rock and Jazz. Oh, Rock and Jazz. I have seen from Roja City, right? I've seen some of their videos. It pops up on my feed sometimes this morning, and they were stuck in Banga because of the rain. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been raining, and many areas in Aklan province, and I'm sure even in Capiz, even in Roja City, there's a lot of areas there that get flooded also.
Oh, Rock and Jess are from Akman?
Yeah, I think they live in Roja City.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw videos of them one time. They were in Calibo. They stayed at the Lavero Suites, you know, the one with the swimming pool on top.
Because I'm surprised I haven't seen them yet in
Yeah. Well, they're not here from Aklan.
Oh,
They're in Roja City.
Okay.
So yeah, they live in Roja City. Southern Cal, Benny. Hi, Gino and Dazzle. It will be rainy Christmas Day here in Los Angeles area. In fact, the entire Southern California region will be rainy starting tomorrow evening. It's a bummer. It might be rainy here too. I mean, if it keeps it up, it's going to be a rainy Christmas here also. But at least no typhoon.
Oh, yeah.
At least no typhoon. We're just thankful that there's no typhoon. Rain, it's okay for us. You know, we're used to rain. You know, it's like, it's been raining here since July. You know, it's like, it's been 6 months of rain here. So not...
Yeah, I think it's because Gino and I used to like just stay home.
Yeah. When it rains like this, we don't even attempt to go out, you know, even to Calibo or anything. You know, it's like we got plenty of food in the house here. We just stay. We watch Netflix. We stay at home.
If Liana eats all our stuff,
Yeah.
we got no choice.
Yeah, but once Leanna eats everything in the refrigerator, then we gotta make a grocery run. But we can go for days without going.
That kid, I think an hour, she
Opens the fridge. Yeah, well, you know, teenagers. She's gonna be 13 here soon. That's how teenagers eat, man.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? You know what's inside that refrigerator?
Yeah, she memorized whatever in the refrigerator. I don't know why she keeps opening it. Maybe hoping for new stuff.
She's opening it, guys, and then she's just stand there and looking at it like, what else?
What else can I eat?
I'm like, what are you doing? You know what's inside that refrigerator already.
William Warren, kumusta po? Mabuti kami.
William.
Paul Morgan, good morning, Dazzle and Gino. Hope you all have a lovely day. Merry Christmas, Paul. Paul is the guy we met at SNR with his wife, Joy. Yeah, and Happy New Year. All right. William said hi. No, I looked up that. No, and I can't do that one. Ooh, I don't know what the... maybe you can read William's comment. He's asking.
Kamusta po?
Yeah. No, I looked up the number. Maybe no, I don't know. Hey, howdy, Alan, my good friend in Texas. Howdy. I like the greeting there, Alan. Howdy.
Alan, howdy.
I will eat deviled eggs. Oh yeah, deviled eggs. Actually, what Edgar had some deviled eggs at when we went to the Vikings buffet, but it wasn't the real deviled eggs because Edgar, what they did, it was kind of trick deviled egg. JP, they sliced the hard-boiled egg and they topped it with like a dressing on top. So the dressing was kind of deviled, but like the egg itself is still an egg, you know. Edgar was telling me the way to do it. You know, you slice the egg, you take out all that yellow stuff, the yolk, and you mix the deviled egg and put it back in the egg. A little different how they did their deviled egg at the Vikings. I tried one. I liked it because it's different from just a regular hard-boiled eggs.
I was hoping for a champurrado though at Vikings. They didn't have it.
You didn't? They didn't? I thought I did. I thought I saw ube one.
Ube one?
Yeah, I thought I did. Maybe I was just like
I want
dreaming.
the chocolate.
Yeah, I know you want the chocolate. I know you want the chocolate. I think it was by the langkuga, by the ginataan.
Okay. Because I was like rooming.
There's so much food there. It's
Oh, okay.
easy to miss. It's easy.
Yeah.
Well, I filmed it, so I'll look on the film because
Okay.
I gotta edit the video. I have to edit the
Well,
Viking
if
video.
you see a champurrado chocolate, don't tell me that you
Yeah,
saw it.
don't tell you. Don't tell
Because
you.
I was like looking for it. Like, I was looking
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and I can see it.
Namamas ko po, idol, isang kilong. Isang kilong. Maybe isang kilong bigas?
Ano
Maybe,
yan?
maybe isang kilong bigas? Lowell, kamusta from Oregon? Mabuti, Lowell. Mabuhay. God bless. All right, God bless, Lowell. GP, all right, Derek.
Lowell.
Did you and Dazzle watch Netflix Love Hard yet? No, we
Love
haven't.
Heart.
Remember that
Love
title?
Hard. Love
Remember,
Hard.
yeah, Love Hard, babe.
Love heart.
Yeah, we were watching like a series. What's that? The Indian.
Dark Winds.
Dark Winds. We were
I was
watching
gonna
that.
watch the Abandons with Gino.
The Abandons.
It's
I haven't
new.
seen that. It's new. It's new. So, Love Hard.
Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
remember
we'll
Love
look
Hard.
that up. We'll look
It's
that
not
up today.
That hard to,
Yeah, to remember.
Love
Yeah.
Hard.
Love Hard. Yeah. We'll have to check it out. We'll have to check it out today, Derek.
And also the Abandons.
The
I
Abandons.
watched it with you.
Yeah, that's all we've been doing. Like yesterday, all day long, we were watching Netflix, and probably today. When it's raining like this, I don't like to go out, drive, or anything like that. We stay home pretty much the whole
Unlike
day.
Mom, guys. This is what she wants, guys.
Yeah.
She wants to go around
Yeah.
all over Aklan when it's like raining.
When it's raining, yeah, she's like, Mom and Leanna, they're in Katiklan at Mom's house right now. Brian, morning, Gino and Dazzle. Hey, good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Brian.
J-Boy, Kuya, when you able to buy your... Not yet, man. I do not have a queso de bola yet, man, because I went to SM Cherry the other day. They were out of it. I should have just went ahead and crossed over to Save More and tried to get it, but... and I was planning on going yesterday, but it was raining all day, so I didn't want to leave the house. And today, I don't want to leave the house either today. But we might, just because from 10 to 4 p.m., 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we don't have any electricity. Camellia, just Camellia Homes, because they're gonna trim trees or whatever to, some of the trees, kind of the branches of the trees goes into like the power line, so they're gonna cut that. I don't know if they're gonna cut it though during the rain.
Yeah, I remember Mom Edna posted it about it before. It's because she said it's for the prevention of the unscheduled power outages here in Camellia because of like the trees and all that.
The
so
trees.
they're gonna cut it before there's some unscheduled
Unscheduled,
power
yeah,
interruption
because you can tell some of the areas at Camila, the back end, even at the entrance, a lot of the trees, I think they strategically planted it wrong because it's so close to like the power lines. So when it grows, it's like eating up the power lines. So they should have probably moved it further back away from the power lines. But it's grown now. The trees are grown now. So. But I don't know if they're gonna cut during the rain. Like if it's raining like this, I don't know. If there's lightning too, I wouldn't want to be like cutting trees outside. You might get hit by lightning, man. But I do not have my queso de bola yet, man. I'm hoping I can get it today. Maybe the last day would be tomorrow. Tomorrow's like the 24th. I gotta have it for Noche Buena,
I
man.
remember before, babe. It's not even December and you have already a queso de bola.
I know. It's like, man,
Not even December
I'm
yet.
too late. I'm too late this year, man. Before, it was like November. I already had my queso de I'm already eating queso de bola, like even in November. But this year, I haven't been doing that. I haven't had queso de bola all year this year. So I gotta get to Save More. Hopefully,
Just once a year, babe.
once a year. I know. Hopefully they have it at Save More because SM Cherry ran out of it. or maybe Grand Gaetano. I'll try it there too. I didn't see it. The only place I've seen it is like Save More. You know, I should have gotten it when I saw it like a week ago. I said, it's still too early. I got time. I was saying I got time to get
I
it.
didn't see it when we went to Grand Gaetano.
I didn't either. See it. I was watching James and Karen's video before this. They were looking at iPhones, and then they ate at the Rib Shack.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if they were like went to the grocery or something. If I can see queso de bola at Grand Gaetano, but I didn't see it either. Peanut Butter Travels here. All right, Peanut Butter Travels. What is the cost of Netflix? All right, Netflix. I think it's $3.99, babe. Is it $3.99?
Okay.
The cost of Netflix. Is it $3.99? I think $3.99.
I think it went up like 400.
400? I'm not sure, but it's because I get confused because we have two subscriptions. We subscribe to a Netflix and NBA League Pass. I know one of them is $3.99, one of them is $4.99. I think the NBA is $4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah, so it must be $3.99
Maybe.
for multiple users.
Because Gina's paying the Netflix, guys. I'm paying the NBA. So he knows the Netflix better.
It comes out. Oh, it's on my phone. It should be on my phone. It should be on that phone right there because they take it out of my Gcash. It's automatic. I have the Netflix like on my Gcash account, so it automatically every month takes it out of my Gcash account. That's why I have to make sure my Gcash always has money. Usually, a couple of thousand in there. For the most part, just because of that it has automatic.
With me, my NBA.
Your NBA, that's always the one that subscribed to the NBA League Pass.
Even if my Clippers now is number 13, guys.
That's all right. You still enjoy basketball.
Yeah,
you know,
I
you can't
still
win.
like watching.
You can't win all the time.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone, or morning, Brian said evening, depending on. All right, that's right, on time zone. Netflix has different tiers now. With ads, is cheaper. Oh, our Netflix don't have ads, babe. I've never seen a commercial on our Netflix when we watch.
Yeah,
Have
we
you?
don't.
I've never, So maybe they're gonna roll that out here in the Philippines. Yeah, but right now, the Netflix here in the Philippines don't have ads. That would reduce the price if somebody starts advertising on Netflix.
Okay.
It makes sense. I mean, since they control the they control the market here in the Philippines. They don't have competition.
But that's the reason why I watch Netflix. It doesn't have the ads.
Yeah, that's what.
With my YouTube, man, I'm like horror. You can watch horror on YouTube, and then you're like in the best part.
Best part in the commercial.
The commercial.
I hardly watch anything YouTube movie. That's also the one that watches movies on YouTube. I stick with Netflix.
And then I watch Netflix late at night here, guys, with Liana. And we always watch horror movie.
JP says, my old work is combining my retirement party with Christmas party.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, man, that's awesome, JP.
Wow. Just like Edgar's birthday with the opening of lights.
I know, right?
Fireworks.
I know, right? Edgar's birthday, it was opening of lights in Calibo, so he got fireworks for his birthday.
Just like JP's retirement.
All right.
Party.
What is the starting price in PH, Derek? For Netflix. I think there's a cheaper one than what we pay. We pay $3.99 because multiple users. If it's only one user, I know it's cheaper. It's like $250. I think it's like 250 pesos if you're only like one person, one membership to Netflix. So $4, $4 or $5 if you're one. But if you're like a family like us, multiple users at the same time, we can watch on the laptop, TV, and the phone. It costs $3.99. So still pretty good. I mean, $7 for a membership, for a month. That's not bad.
It's more expensive if there's like maybe more than
three. More than three. Yeah, it just keeps going up. More users you have on, if you're watching all at the same time.
That's why when I wanna watch Netflix, and we were watching Netflix. I told Liana,
Yeah.
I'm watching Netflix. And then she'll be like, what's your problem, Ate?
Yeah.
I'm not watching Netflix.
Yeah. Have fun at the party, JP.
Oh, so
I
fun.
use your daughter is so cute. Liana's not our daughter. Liana is Dazzle's younger sister. She might as well be our daughter because she treats us like her parents. You know, she stresses us. She gives us stress, especially now that she's becoming a teenager. Man, you know, it's like she's on her iPad. Now I got her a phone for Christmas. Probably a mistake, but hey, you know, it's like it's hard for me with the school when I have to pick up Liana. Sometimes they release her early, so she has to ask a classmate to use their phone to contact me. So I figure it's time to get her a phone herself because she keeps telling me that most of her classmates has phones. So finally I bought her an Oppo. I bought her an Oppo phone. An Oppo phone is a smartphone here. Pretty good phone. I mean, she loves the camera on
She
it.
love it.
Yeah, she loves her camera. And the Oppo that I bought her was only like $80. $80 for the smartphone.
She love it because she said it's so light.
Light. It's light. Yeah, it's light. I'm going to make real deviled eggs. All right, JP. All right. I've had real deviled eggs in the U.S. at parties. You know, Christmas party. That's a pretty common people at potlucks, and I've had it. But I've never had it here in the Philippines. Nobody makes deviled eggs here. That I've gone to parties here. They don't. They make lumpia here. Deviled egg. Everybody makes lumpia. Lumpia is always a hit. The little egg roll things here. Those are man. Those go fast at any party here. Lumpia is like you have to put a sign in there, limit 3 or something, because people hog all the lumpia. If I put food coloring, it will look like authentic balut, even with food coloring. Alan, Dazzle, how was your 3 to 4 pieces of balut? My wife Elna loves it too. Is it still like 20, 30 pesos per? Oh, how much is it now, babe?
It's 25 pesos na, Alan.
25 pesos. 25 pesos here in Numancia.
Yeah, I remember when it was like back in Katiklan, when I was in high school. It was just 13 pesos.
13 pesos?
Yeah, 13, 14
So now
pesos.
25, man. That's
No,
like double
25.
almost. Double, man. What kind of inflation is this? Balut inflation, man. Balut inflation, man.
Yeah.
That's some serious inflation on the balut.
Oh, and then Alan, we had this, now with balut, we have this option of like having the salt being spicy. They put the local sili here, this labuyo.
Labuyo,
Yeah.
the labuyo, man.
And
that is
then-
like
And then
spicy.
also a spicy vinegar. Also.
Yeah. So that's a new thing because when I was growing up in the Philippines, I've seen people eat balut. Back when I was a kid here, they put salt,
Yeah,
right?
salt. I
So
only put
that
salt.
the
Yeah.
vinegar, the spicy vinegar with the labuyo, the pepper in it, the garlic in it, really spicy vinegar. That's a new thing. It's like I know what they you kind of like open it on the top, sip it a little bit, and then put some of that, right?
Yeah.
That's the technique that I see.
I only use salt.
Salt, yeah. You're old school.
Old school.
You eat your balut old school.
Rihanna now eats it with the vinegar.
Oh, she
Mom.
does. She does.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm always like the old school.
You're
I was
OG, man. You're OG.
Yeah.
You eat your balut like an OG, man. None of this new age eating balut.
I improve with the spicy salt though.
Brian, how long have you worked there, JP? At the company. I know one time JP had told me he works he's a machinist. JP's a machinist, and he works on like rifle barrels, the barrel of a rifle. So JP's got some skills. Yeah, astig. According to Dazzle, JP's astig.
Cool.
She cool. JP is cool because he makes guns. Pew pew. I'm sorry. People tell me I can't say GUNS on the live stream. Derek, 7.999. Apologies. 7.99 with ads. Oh, all right, $7.99 with ads. $17.99 no ads. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, babe. It's gonna be cheaper with ads.
With ads, yeah, yeah, man. If they can lower my price, I wouldn't mind ads. You know, it's like I can just if I can skip it. If I can skip it. Tim,
The answer, like on YouTube,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like 20
long.
seconds.
I know, it's long.
You
I
can,
know.
you can skip it for 20 seconds.
Yeah, you can skip it. Is there thunder and yes, lots of thunder and lightning. I've been all our dog is like freaking out every time Totoy freaks out with the thunder, even the lightning, because like sometimes you can kind of sense the lightning on the windows. Totoy kind of freaks out, but she's okay now. She's hiding underneath the couch.
Underneath my
Oh, she's right there now.
chair.
Yeah, she was underneath the couch. Now she's on Dazzle's underneath the chair here. She's a big dog, but she's kind of scaredy cat. You know, like she's like easily like scared. Even on the fireworks, come New Year's, we have to like make sure Toto is comfortable underneath our bed. We make like a cave in there for her because she freaks out with all the fireworks during
That's
New
why
Year's.
Since we adopted her, like
Yeah.
same year we adopted her, babe. She's been inside the house.
Yeah, yeah, it's like Toto was, she was a stray dog here in Camellia Aklan. We just adopted her because I felt bad for her. She was like in sad shape when we picked her up from the street here and then got her to the vet. But now she's a healthy dog.
Yeah.
She's 9.5 years old now, going on 10. She's,
Yeah.
10 years old soon. Maybe that's why Dazzle is right next to you this morning. Yeah.
Why?
Well, Tim, Dazzle and I,
Tim,
we've been
Tim.
we've been staying. Dazzle's been staying with me for the most part because she gets sad. Because we lost our Chloe. So she doesn't even like last night when I went to bed. When I go to bed, since Mom and Leanna aren't here, she didn't want to watch TV by herself downstairs because she gets sad. So that's why she was watching on her phone upstairs while I was sleeping. So she
Yeah.
pretty much stays with me because I try to pick her mood. Try to like make sure she doesn't get too sad.
I was a magnet before with you, babe. Now I'm more.
More magnet. Yeah, and I don't mind. I don't mind at all, babe. That's why I was even telling on the live stream yesterday that 2026. I'm not gonna focus. I'll still do the live streams. Maybe I'll switch to like every other day on the live stream, less on the live stream, and then I'll try to keep up with the videos, every other day videos. But I know I have to spend more time with Dazzle because. Now is the time where like she needs me now, because like she misses her Chloe a lot. Brian, is Metro Manila showing on Netflix there? Metro Manila. Is there, I guess there's a movie, Metro Manila. I haven't seen it, Brian. If there's a movie, Metro Manila, I haven't seen it on Netflix.
It's not on new.
Not on the new.
Uploaded.
Yeah,
New
maybe not
added.
yet. Maybe not yet. Unless you're talking about the Metro Manila Film Festival. I know usually they have a Metro Manila Film Festival this time of the year. I haven't seen any promos on that, promotions on that. Usually I see them on Facebook. People advertise it on Facebook. Wow, long stretch. Are you going to miss working?
Yeah.
Do you
JP
think?
said,
I worked 14 years. Yeah, wow. Yeah, 14 years. Is that in the US? Derek. When is Mom and gonna start drinking the sake karaoke again? They've been doing karaoke, Tim. Without the drinking. And then I told Dazzle, actually they do it every week. Sometimes twice a week they do the karaoke. But I told Dazzle she doesn't have to go live stream it because when she goes live stream, she's so busy with the comments
Maybe
that she doesn't get to enjoy the singing part.
Maybe I'll do it once a month.
Once a month? Once a month? All right, babe. You can do it. That's why I told Dazzle, you don't have to do the live stream, babe. That's why I told her. That's why she hasn't been doing it. But Mom has a wine here. There's a couple of wine. We've gotten like 2 bottles that are gifts, right? Like Mom has a bottle of wine inside her fridge. And then our friend Ivan in Iloilo gave us a gift
Yeah.
basket, and there's wine in there, so they have something to drink.
Mom's
You
so
know,
happy.
your mom's happy. She got 2 bottles of wine. So maybe before the year end, you'll do like a live stream.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I'll even do the,
Yeah.
the commenting. You guys can sing. I'll sit here with you guys. Maybe on Christmas Eve while
Yeah.
we're waiting for Noche Buena, because I know we're gonna try to stay awake anyway for the December 24th at midnight. That's a Noche Buena here.
Yeah.
That's when we'll share a meal. You know, we'll have ham, hopefully queso de bola, other dishes, maybe pancit or something. And
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. Oh, spaghetti. Okay, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I'll make spaghetti then. So we'll, maybe during the Christmas Eve we'll do a karaoke. Wait for Noche Buena. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll do the narrating. That way you can concentrate on your singing.
Yeah. How can I improve my singing, baby? I can sing.
I know. How can we practice the song that JP wants? That's a hard song to sing, JP. I was like, we were like listening to the song, JP. I'm like, man, that's a hard song to sing.
I can do the country song.
You can't have that country the accent, the country accent,
Yeah.
country accent. That's all right. You can just sing it without the accent.
Okay.
So we'll try to do that, Tim, on Christmas Eve, the 24th here. We'll try to do that while we're waiting. We have time anyway. We were gonna watch movies. The plan was
Yeah.
we were gonna watch like Christmas movies like Home Alone, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
That's really not a Christmas movie. People watch it during Christmas.
Yeah.
Die Hard with Bruce Willis.
Willis.
With Bruce Willis. I stopped working in October. I haven't missed working at all. Yeah. Not many people, man. Like me, I remember that time, JP. When I stopped working, when I put my 2-week notice, when I left my work, I did not miss working at all. And then when I left, I came here, man. I forgot about work. I think the minute I touched down here in the Philippines, and work was like far from my mind. Right. Okay. So Netflix is same cost as here. All right. All
Derek
right.
said yes. US.
Derek, yes, US. Derek, yes. Okay, good for you, GP. You're up early today. Yes, I'm always up early, but Dazzle, this is very early for Dazzle because she doesn't normally get up till 10. But looks like the rain finally stopped. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I
babe.
think so. I think finally maybe I'll open the window here so we can get some
Unless
air.
she's preparing
To the downpour again. Yeah. I want to turn on the fan.
Okay.
It's getting humid, very humid here. It's not plugged in. It's not plugged in.
What's all this?
Oh, you can take out the one on the right. This
This
one. Yeah, that one. That one. You can take that one. Michael said hi. All right. Brian says, please. All right. Please. Thank you, Brian. YouTube ads got way longer recently.
Yes, JP.
Yes, I noticed they are linger, JB. A bit annoying, but hey, it's free.
Hey.
Longer, yes. Hey, Michael Manalastas, our good friend, babe, from
Hey,
Northern
Michael.
California. Dazzles with me this morning, Michael.
Gino's so happy when I wake up so early.
I know. It's like, I got more energy when she's awake with me. Usually, I'm like, that's why I need coffee in the morning so I can get going. It's like,
Yeah.
but now we got more time today to do things.
Yeah.
So since the power is gonna come off here like at 10 a.m., we'll probably head to Calibo. Right?
Yeah.
We'll go to. Look for my queso de bola. I go look for queso de bola this morning. Hi Gino, hi Dazzle, good morning. Winter greetings from cold Germany. All right. Well, this morning it's been raining since last night. 12 straight hours of just like rain, heavy rain here. because I would wake up a little bit and I could hear it in our metal roof. I had to go to use the bathroom. It was just raining the whole night, and I had to let Totoy out twice. She wanted to go outside and go pee outside. So Dean, all right, Dean in Colorado Springs, my brother in Colorado Springs. I bet they got snow there, babe. They got snow in Colorado Springs this time of year. This time of year, and it's already snowing in Colorado.
Yeah.
Whoa, Dazzle, it's up early. See, everybody's surprised that you're awake.
It's like Gino.
Everybody's like in shock. I was in shock, actually. I thought, I was getting ready to do the live stream, and then Toto start acting up down here because she gets hyper too. Like, I'm like, what's going on? I just took you outside. Usually she wants to go outside when Totoy gets but Dazzle opened the door to our bedroom. That's why Totoy got excited.
Yeah.
John Vasquez, there's the alien, babe. The alien.
Oh, yeah.
I even made a character on our emoji character the alien character. Jason Potter. All right.
Hello, Jason.
Beautiful people. Hello, Jason.
See you on our next karaoke.
Yeah. They haven't done the karaoke. Jason, I think the last one was at Edgar's party. At Edgar's party,
Yeah.
at least you had some singing there. But they are planning that we're gonna do like a karaoke again night, the Christmas Eve here in the Philippines. So on the 24th, while we're waiting for midnight, waiting for our Noche Buena, we'll do a karaoke. They got a couple of bottle of wine.
Yeah.
They got 2 bottles of wine. They don't have a soju, but they got 2 bottles of wine that they can drink. I know Mom's excited to open those wine.
Yeah.
And I'll narrate this time. I'll do that way Dazzle can concentrate. Mom, Dazzle, and Leanna, they can concentrate on the singing. I'll talk on the live stream that what they're doing. Brian, double tap the screen to like. Oh, thank you, Brian. Sergino, I love the spicy vinegar. Man, me too, Brian. Me and you, man. Like, you can ask Dazzle. I put that spicy vinegar on everything. Everything. I mean, I love them. I can even almost like drink that spicy vinegar. It's so good here. But not in balut. No, I'm not a balut either. I don't eat balut either. So you're not alone. I'm not a fan of balut.
I'm not gone there yet.
I am not a fan of balut, man. I've tried it. I've tried the yellow part. The white part you don't eat. That's like hard as a rock. But the yellow part, I've eaten it. I can't even say that it's like a hard-boiled egg because it isn't. It's harder.
That's a pogi point, babe.
A pogi point?
I'll give you some
No.
next time.
I don't need the pogi points if it's balut, man. That's not pogi points that I want, JP. The balut point, no pogi points for
I'll
balut.
give you next time.
You give me a...
Vinegar.
But hey, I might try it with vinegar just to see how it tastes. But I am going to make pickled eggs too. I haven't eaten pickled eggs in so long.
Pickled eggs?
Yeah, they come in when I was stationed in Louisiana. That was a common thing people did in the South. They have this like jar, like a glass jar, and they pickle the egg in there. It's like
It's not like our pula na itlog here.
no, it's not like salted egg.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a different taste.
Taste.
It's been a long time. I mean, this was back in the 90s when I was 91 to 95 was when I lived in Louisiana. That's the only time I've eaten that pickled eggs. Pickled eggs and pig's feet. Pig's feet was like popular in the South. Yeah, in Louisiana. The knuckles, the pig knuckles,
So it's
foot.
like crispy pata.
Yeah, like crispy pata, but they also kind of like the way they cook it is almost like a pickled eggs, pickled pig's feet.
That doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good. Hi, sir. All right, thank you. I have never tried pickled eggs, JP. I reckon they would be good. Who's Dazzle's favorite? Oh, that's easy. J-Boy, Dazzle's. J-Boy asking you.
favorite basketball player?
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, man.
Yo, but he's like, but I still like him.
You still like it. You still like it, yeah. Me, I'm a Kobe Bryant. I'm always going to be a Kobe Bryant diehard, man.
And Michael Jordan.
And Michael Jordan. That's likes Michael Jordan. Who's that? All right, very good. Good morning, Gino and Dazzle. Charlie Les, our good friend in Boston. Boston. Hey, I got to talk to Leo, man. I miss Leo's Boston accent. I got to talk to him. He tried to call the other day, but I was driving, so I couldn't pick up the phone. I try not to pick up the phone when I'm driving. You know, it's like if my phone starts vibrating or ringing, I was like, when I'm driving, man, you gotta be focused. You gotta be focused here when you're driving. Oh, actually, I did want to talk about a topic today. I always try to have a topic that I talk about. I don't want to skip that. I don't want to get too carried away and not talk about a topic. And let me see here. I made a little bit of.
What's your topic?
What's my topic? All right, I tried to save it here on my other phone. All right. Yeah, this topic I just thought about it because yesterday I was on one of the expat groups, and they were talking about you know why the Philippines is poor. Why the Philippines is poor. Of course, man, they get into it, man. They get into like everybody's got their opinion and all that. Today, I just want to talk about like my opinion. Why I think why the Philippines remains poor is. I mean, the Philippines has been poor since I lived. You know, when I was born and raised in Manila, even in the 70s. Already poor, already corruption. I mean, it's nothing new. You know, it's nothing new. That the only difference is like I think it's getting more news now because it seems like even places like Vietnam, Thailand, of course, they got better infrastructure, better governance. It seemed like I haven't lived in Thailand, so I can't say that. But from what I've seen, they have better infrastructure. A lot of times cheaper hotels, cheaper everything in Thailand. And now Vietnam, you know, Vietnam is the same way. Like everything is almost kind of like, or even here, products that we see here, made in Vietnam, you know. And I always kind of wondered too, like, how come the Philippines is not, you know, how come the Philippines is not keeping pace with Thailand or Vietnam? How come these countries seems like they're getting better, their infrastructure is getting better. And the Philippines, we remain like not very good infrastructure, poverty is like really prevalent still in the Philippines. And a lot of that has to do with corruption, unfortunately. The corruption here, there's corruption in government, in politics, anywhere you go in the world. I think US got corruption, Thailand I'm sure got corruption. But until you get boots on the ground here in the Philippines, you can't imagine the level of corruption here in the Philippines. It's like ingrained in everything that Filipino does, you know, not just in high government, Congress, Senate, whatever, all the way down to the barangay captain, all the way down to like any government agency. There's just corruption so prevalent. Comment, Dave? Yeah, I mean, you seen it too. You've seen it too.
No comment.
No comment. It's just widespread. Yeah. And a lot of it, you know, even, you know, people always say, you know, there's so many scams going on. People, you know, there's a skin tax. People talk about skin tax. People are overcharging people. For me, just my opinion, you know, the way I look at it, it's just the hustle of the Filipinos here, the way they have to do it, you know, because like, in order for them to survive, in order for them to earn, they feel like they got to do that. They got to hustle. And it's not like when you talk about skin tax, it's not just the foreigners. I feel it too. Even the locals feel it too. The vendors and whoever, they just want to get the most out of like their product or whatever service that they're providing. Even mom, you know, like when she was trying to get the van, right? She hasn't, everybody's got to negotiate. You know, you got to be a good negotiator. Like mom was getting a van yesterday, to get some of our stuff here moved to her house because she inherited like our oven, the cushions, like a bedding. You know, she wanted to rent a van. So even that, you know, she's got to negotiate really well with the van driver to pick up the stuff here and take it to Katiklan. You know, it's not like she's gonna get a good price because she's Filipina or she's a local Aklanan. You have to like bargain. You have to be a good negotiator here. And a lot of the corruption, unfortunately, here in the Philippines, there's what's called political dynasties here in the Philippines. With political dynasties, probably like in the US, probably the closest I can think of, like a political dynasty, maybe the Kennedys. You know, maybe the Kennedys back in the 60s, all these Kennedy politicians, you know, they're still around. Even to this day, you still see them. Here in the Philippines, it's just on another level. From the national government to all the different provinces, there's like families, political dynasties with their last name that control the government. You know, it's like, and you can't beat them. It's kind of like how in the North Luzon, like in Ilocos region, if your last name is Marcos, you're not gonna lose. You know, they control like from your mayor, councilors, but everything in the Ilocos is run by the Marcos family. And it's like that with, you know, several other provinces. Here in the province of Aklan, Miraflores. Miraflores is the family that they've been the governor here forever. Same thing with the mayors. They last forever. Like same thing in where Davao, I'm sure Duterte family. They control Davao pretty much. It's almost impossible to like displace them, you know, remove them from power because their kids, they just continue. They continue the political dynasty. And then the other thing that causes the poverty here is the population. You know, the population is just like, you know, in other countries, even other Southeast Asian nations like Korea, I know like even in Singapore, there's an issue. There's like a one-child policy thing. Even in China, you know, they can't grow their people enough. They're not multiplying enough. Well, that's not a problem here. In the Philippines, it's like a population explosion here. You know, it's like they just keep, you know, from like 60 million 20, 30 years ago to now we're over 120 million. And it continues to grow. You know, a lot of times it's like in the Philippines, it's still the same dynamic that it was back in the 70s. The poorer the people are, the more they want to multiply, the more kids they have. You know, the well-off people here, the people, or even just the middle class here. We have classmates that I consider them middle class because both husband and wife, they both work. When you have that dynamic where couples work, both husband, wife, they both work. A lot of times they'll have one kid, maybe two at the most, but not 4 or 5 or 6. And you see that with a lot of the people that can't afford it. They just keep having kids. Just the high population growth. That's why unemployment is high here. The unemployment is still high here. You would think that wouldn't be a problem, but it's a problem here. There's a lot of what they call that tambay. A lot of tambay here. It's hard to find a family that doesn't have a tambay. Tambay is a guy that doesn't work, that doesn't have a job, you know, that doesn't have a job, you know. And it's just hard to get ahead in the Philippines, period, because I see with our batchmates from STI College Calibo, Dazzle and I both graduated Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, 2016. So now we're going into 2026, 10 years now, Dave, right? From the time we graduated. And what I've seen, like our batchmates, there was about 500 students that graduated with us. Different degrees, like computer engineering, IT, hotel restaurant management, tourism, just about 500 graduates. And most of the graduates are our friends, you know, on Facebook anyway. But at least half of them are our friends on Facebook. And I can noticeably notice that the only ones after 10 years that really have, I consider, pretty good future, or they're building a good life for themselves, are the ones that left the Philippines. unfortunately. It's like the ones that are here in the Philippines still, a lot of them still live at home. Imagine that 10 years after graduating college, they're still living at home. Majority of them still living at home because you just can't afford it here. Especially the ones that stayed here in our province of Aklan. They don't pay well here in Aklan. There's not a lot of good paying jobs here. Boracay will employ you, but you would be lucky to get 15,000, maybe 15,000 pesos a month. Less than $300 a month in Boracay. That's high paying already in Boracay. If you have an IT job, a skilled position in Boracay. So the movement to like improve your life, unfortunately, is not here. Especially the ones living here in the province. It's better, like I know for Fortune. Fortune's usually on the live stream. Did we notice Fortune? I don't think he's here yet. But in Manila, the graduates from college in Manila, they just have a better way of like improving their lives. Even in Manila, in the business sector there, more high-paying jobs there than here in the province. There's just not many high-paying jobs here in the province. So if you stay in the province here, you're just gonna age out. You're just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You're just paycheck to paycheck if you decide to stay here in the province. That's why some of our classmates, they go to Manila. They go to Manila to work. They go to the Cebu, big city, to work. More often in Manila. But even that is a struggle for them because high rent, they don't have a house to live there. They got to rent. They got public transportation. It's a struggle and it's heavy competition. When you graduate in the province, your degree doesn't have as much power to it than when you graduate in the big city. Like when you graduate from like Ateneo, you graduate from De La Salle University, UP, University of the Philippines, Diliman. The degree here in SCI College Calibo can't compete with that. Not even close. They'll look at your resume and you're not gonna get hired. Those guys that graduate in Manila, they get top priority. And then also I think the reason why as far as the Philippines remains poor, all are good people. All the ones that are like intellectual, the smart, the UP graduates, everything, they go abroad. They go abroad. Even Liana, I'm getting Liana to prepare her for like the path for Liana is like I'm going to support her to college, nursing degree here in the province, but we're pushing her to go abroad because if she stays here in the Philippines, even as a nurse, she's not going to make money here. Maybe 20,000 pesos a month, maybe $300, $350 a month. You really can't like build a life with that salary here. How can you afford a car, a house? It's almost impossible with that type of salary. That's why there's a brain drain. All our engineers, all our good IT people, all nurses, doctors, they go abroad. That's where they feel like it's a waste for them here with their degrees. The only ones that are able to stay here, like I know Fortune's wife, Chi, she's an ER doctor, but I can tell Fortune and his wife, they come from a well-off family to begin with. In order for you to even think about going to like medical school here, it's the same dynamic in the US. It's not cheap unless you're really smart and you can get into like UP, University of the Philippines. Very competitive to get into UP. You have to be really smart. So to me, those are just some of the things I think. That's why the Philippines just remains poor. And it's almost like I try to be positive. You know me, I'm like a positive guy. But I don't really see a change. I don't see a way for the Philippines to get out of that cycle. The cycle of the being poor, being a poor nation here. I was hoping maybe see more manufacturing here in the Philippines. And once in a while, you do see few items now made in the Philippines, like products made in the Philippines. You do see that, but it doesn't compare to like China or Vietnam. Those are like the leaders now of like, because they just have a cheaper workforce. It's cheaper for big companies, American companies, European companies to establish their business in China or Vietnam than in the Philippines. For some reason, it's expensive for them. It's not attractive. Again, maybe because of the corruption. Also, people are scared to invest here in the Philippines because you have there's it's just hard. It's just hard to like bring big manufacturing companies. And now there's even a push, right, to manufacture stuff in America. So. They might even pull some of the stuff that they're manufacturing here. So I just don't see a way for the Philippines to get ahead. It's been like this in the Philippines when I was growing up in the 70s. The only reason I was able to like have a good life, my mom was able to take me to the United States. Without that, if I had stayed here in the Philippines, I would be in the same boat as every other Filipino here. A lot of Filipinos, unfortunately, when you're just a working class, middle class here in the Philippines, a lot of them, one illness can bankrupt them. That's definitely a learned skill. There's really not many people have insurance here. And even if they do have insurance, it's not good coverage. Even like the different insurance that you buy here, very limited on the coverage, and usually a cap at like 1 million to 2 million if you get sick. It just bankrupts people here. A lot of people here, when they get sick, that's when they borrow money. We get requests from people all the time, like somebody in their family gets sick and they want to borrow money. So all right, that was my topic. I always try to do a topic. That's why I am. All right, it says here, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Surreal. What's up, guys, from Kevin Shores. Kevin Shores. Brian, hi, Kevin. Dazzle will be happy to know I had to limit my fishing poles to only 3, and they are untested. Ooh, they're untested. Well, I noticed JP with Dazzle, when she fishes at Lola's Fish Farm, she likes using the traditional, the bamboo cane.
Because JP, it's not the water there. It's not deep.
Mm-hmm.
When I throw my
When you cast,
I am casting
the rod and reel.
Instead of the fish, I get a lot of like sticks and the lumot.
The algae,
Yeah.
the algae. So she prefers fishing with the traditional bamboo stick.
Yeah, but I wanna go.
Yeah, losing a pet can be devastating. I understand, man. We know all about it, Brian. It's like Chloe was our baby for 11 and a half years. So it's hard, man. It's like she slept in our bed. When we wake up every day, she's there. When we sleep, we go to bed, she's there. It's like we're still grieving. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while for us, for sure. Hi, Brian. How are you, Kevin? Alan. Good morning, Dazzle and Gino. I am happy to see Dazzle and Gino on the screen on the same time. All right. See, I know people are always excited when they see Dazzle. I try to remove Dazzle from the live stream because sometimes, the trolls, Dazzle gets upset with the trolls. So, but hopefully we don't get any, and hopefully I can just block it.
After losing Chloe, guys, I'm numb.
You're numb, yeah. Dazzle, she's very sensitive. That's why I protect Dazzle from our YouTube. It's like that's why if you notice, most of our YouTube is just me talking, me on the live streams. Chi. Dark. Metro Manila is in my top best movies of all time. Dark, but great story and cinematography. And all shot on DSLR. Oh, okay. We'll have to look that up too.
Metro Manila.
Love Hard and then Metro Manila.
Oh, Metro Manila.
Once every 3 months, Dazzle will do live karaoke with Mom. Yeah, well, Dazzle just said, Jason, that she's gonna do once a month. She's gonna do like a once a month of karaoke with Mom. And with Mom, there's always like a little bit of drinking going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chi. All right, Long E, you are correct. Chi. All right. It is. I couldn't, CHI pronounce chi, like a long E, long E. Brian, I had lower
Oh.
back pain, and within 2 weeks of stopping work, the pain was gone.
Wow.
Oh well, at least now, man. At least you don't have that anymore, man. And there's plenty of masseuse here in Calibo, JP. When you get here, the massage here, $9 or per massage, 1 hour whole body massage, and even lower than that. And I'm sure you'll find yourself like Ruben goes massage all the time, like once a week he gets a massage. So you'll find there's several massage places in Calibo. You'll find one that you like and make it a weekly trip. Get a full body massage, man. Right? Yeah, it's nice to see them together. Hey, Alan. All right. Hello, guys. Greetings from Germany. Wow, another Germany, babe.
Germany.
Brian, JP, I am surprised in a job like that, mate. Oh, for sure. Hi, Toti. I find you another country duet. Another JP's gonna find us another country duet, man. Hello, John B. Hello, You guys can let your AI do the song, JP. Time to take it easy. A fair bit of bending and lifting, I would think. Ayo.
Yo.
There's such a cute couple. Oh, thank you. Is this stream about the proper way?
Your call?
No.
I'll give
JP,
you some.
I've been wearing old work shirts and throwing them away at the end of the day.
Your call.
Lot of symbolic protests, JP. That's all ready for the holiday.
Yes.
Oh, that's Mom Janet. I think that's Mom Janet.
Mom Janet?
Yeah, Mom Janet. From Chicago.
Oh, Mom Janet.
The Philippines is more fun when Dazzle gets up early. When you get up early, but JP said the Philippines is more fun. Merry Christmas, Mom Janet. Vegas community. Wow, Vegas community.
I put some
Husband and wife. Yes, we're husband and wife. We'll be married come April, 10 years. We got married in 2016. We'll celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary in April. Yes, Zach. Please like and subscribe. Jason Potter. Thank you, Jason. Michael, you are my kind of people. I can tell you are good people. Oh, thank you, Michael. Hoping to meet you both someday. Of course, Leanne and Mom too. Yes. If you come, if you come to Panay Island, you'll meet us. If you go to Boracay, Calibo, we can meet up, definitely. We meet up people all the time. That's one thing. More and more people want to meet us, and that's always like fun for us. John B, I'm on my tablet and didn't see the alien earlier. God bless, Mom Janet. God bless, Mom Janet. Pickled eggs in vinegar. Good AM, Gino, Dazzle, Fam, and the Panay Posse. There's Fortune. Merry Christmas. It's all. What's the date? 23rd? Is the date?
Yeah,
23rd. Yeah, so man, 2 days. 2 days before Christmas. Wow. Hello po, Teresita. Brian, I'm a size large. They are all XL, XXL, triple XL. All right. The sizes here in the Philippines are different. They're like smaller size here. Like in the US, I wear like a medium US size. Here in the Philippines, I wear a large Philippine size. The Philippine sizes are smaller than the US sizes. Your wife look great, sir. Oh, babe, you have a fan. It's just
Thank you.
You look great. JP, Merry Christmas from Mom Janet. Sir Jason Potter from John Vasquez. Good AM, Brian, Derek, JP, Lowell, John B, and Jason. Hey, there's James. There's James and Karen. They have James and Karen's Adventures.
Hello, good morning, James.
I was
and
watching your
Karen.
video, man, earlier.
Yeah, I saw it on
the
TV.
Carabao, the Carabao. That's funny. They got a shot of the Carabao on a truck, and the guy holding the Carabao, he's on top of the cab of the truck. And I was just telling James, man, that is classic. That is classic here in the province. You just see stuff like that every day here. Nothing even surprises me anymore here. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever see Smoky Mountain in Manila? I think one time, babe.
saw it.
Yeah, I think we were taking a friend of ours to the airport. I think we were taken to the airport, and for some reason, our ride it wasn't a taxi. We rented a van. I think took us to Tondo area and all that because he was trying to shortcut whatever. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to take the long path. He was trying to avoid traffic because he's already paid when we rented the van.
I think that time he just wanted to show us that the smoky.
So, yeah, he wanted to. So we did. We passed through Smoky Mountain in the Philippines. Basically, is a mountain of garbage in Manila, and it's called Smoky because they light it. You know, there's places where they light the garbage, so it's Smoky Mountain. But it's but Dazzle got to see that. My friend from Hawaii got to see that, and he also got to see the poverty. I mean, that area right there, there's areas like in Manila, like the Tondo area. I don't think you can find any more poverty-stricken than that area. And it's like...
Pinupunasan ko si Tutoy. She's
Yeah, I know. That's why I had the towel too. That's why, because she got wet every time she go outside, Totoy, and she gets cold. That's why. Thanks, babe. Thanks for.
I put her clothes.
Yeah, you can put a T-shirt on Totoy. Good AM, J Boy, Mom Janet, Morning Fortune. Jump, hi, Sir Fortune, the Master Yoda, Fortune. Did you live romance? Did you do live romance together? Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone, for Fortune. Merry Christmas. Ming, I don't know what that is. All right. Jason Potter, you let Mama and Karen's nanay be in charge, and corruption will end, and maybe the money will come. Yeah, it's like it's just unfortunate. It's like corruption here. It's just in every fabric of like the Filipino culture. It's hard to explain, really. It's like until you get here, you'll see how it's almost like I said. It's almost like people gotta do it because to survive. It's like. But there's plenty of honest people. Don't get me wrong. That's why we meet a lot of honest people, and even in Iloilo. That's why I say Iloilo City is like the best city here, because I've never been in a place here in the Philippines, Iloilo City being the only one where this is a city, but the cab drivers are honest. We've ridden cabs in Iloilo City many times, and we always get good drivers. They're always talking to us. They're always like friendly. You don't feel they're ripping you off. They always use the meter. Their meter all the time when we ride the taxis in Iloilo City. 100 pesos at the most. It never.
Yeah. And then one time, guys, so we're going to this Tatoy's place, but
Tatoy.
really close. So the driver said, "We're just, you guys are just close."
Close to
ma'am."
Tatoy's, yeah.
So he was like, I think he wanted to warn us that.
Yeah, that it's not a far ride.
Yeah,
it's not a far ride, but they're just like every time I ride the taxi in Iloilo City, I just get a good vibe. The drivers are always that. I don't get that vibe when I'm in Manila. And when I'm in Manila, I'm scared to ride a taxi in Manila because it's like they'll either not run the meter, they'll take, like I'm still kind of familiar of location in Manila. So they'll take you the long way. You know, they'll take you the long way. They'll sell you that. Well, I'm gonna go this way to avoid traffic, and I'm going. Well, you're going the wrong way, the opposite direction we're going. But you know, because they think you don't know Manila. I mean, they just do stuff like that there.
I think that's why last time we went to Manila, we used the
Grab,
because
yeah.
they already put the pricing there.
Yeah, the pricing, and you just gotta look for the vehicle, right? The vehicle that was picking us up. Sir James and Karen, Sir James and Karen, Belus, good morning, Gino and Dazzle. Hey, Belus, Belus in Leyte. We already talked about the topic, Belus. We talked about just how come I think, just my opinion, because it's always like a controversial topic here, when how the Philippines remains poor. And Belus he understands this. I know Belus understands this because he lives in Leyte. He sees the poverty in Leyte. It's just hard for like even a Filipino like in the province, especially like remote province like Leyte, the farming community. The kids that grow up in that environment, it's hard for them to get out of that poverty, just because one, the way to get out of poverty in the Philippines, again, just my opinion, is through education. And there's only I was reading the statistic. I don't want to quote it wrong because that's why I even pulled it up as far as education. As far as graduating college here in the Philippines, only 13% of Filipinos aged 25 and older hold a college degree here. That's a low number to me. I mean, it's improved. It says here in 2000, the number in 2000 was 4% of the population graduated college, 10% in 2010, and then in 2020 it's 13%. So at least it's improving. But I've mentioned it before, the degrees here in the Philippines, the people holding the degrees, they're not created equal, unfortunately. Most of your degrees here that really matter for employers, for if you are the ones that in the big cities in Manila. I mean, not saying that if your degree here in the province, you can't go to Manila and get a job, but it's heavy competition. Like I said, if you're a University of the Philippines graduate of Diliman, if you're Ateneo, De La Salle University, Santo Tomas University in Manila, those are the degrees that employers want to look for in Manila, Cebu, wherever you are. The degrees here in the provinces just don't have a lot of weight on them. I mean, it's still good that if you don't graduate college here in the Philippines, forget it. You're gonna be a laborer the rest of your life. There's just no way around it. It's like they won't even look at your application at like an office job, government job. You have to have a degree. So with that low number of degree, it's just hard. Like if you're coming out, if you live here in Aklan province, same thing in Leyte where Belus is. If you're growing up there, you're a lot of farmers, a lot of fishermen, they're just happy if they did a little bit of high school. It's like college is like out of their reach as far as financial. Jason Potter, hi John Vasquez. James and Karen, the Philippines is young and retains its independence. Average age in Thailand is 42. Philippines is 20. Youth is wealth. All right, James. All right, I like that, man.
But we also have here the discrimination when it comes to age when you're applying for a job.
Yeah. Well, here in the Philippines, there is discrimination. Like that's what I was saying. If you're applying for a job here, the older you get, the harder it is for you to get a job. Yeah. There's just discrimination of all kinds here in the Philippines.
You have to secure a job when you're like
when you're young, when you graduate from college, 25 and under. You gotta like fight for your career. Really be motivated at that time, because the minute you start aging like 30, 35, you're not gonna be like
it's gonna be hard
for you to harder for you to get a job here. a lot of it too, you know, it's like I lost my train of thought, but I'm looking at the age 42. Here, a lot of like people, like even in Boracay, they just want to get that experience. Like even if you become a nurse here in the Philippines, a lot of Filipinas here, their really goal, like when they become a nurse here, is to go abroad because that's where you're gonna make the money. You know, it's like they just want to get the experience here, the 1 year, 2 year underneath their belt, like to get the experience. So. There's not, you see the nurses here, even like the nurses here that are in their 30s already, 35, the money is just not there, so that's why Dazzle was saying, if you're like a college graduate, freshly graduate, usually 22, 23, you graduate college, man, your window of opportunity is like very small. You gotta really grab grab the opportunity, and a lot of times, unfortunately, that opportunity is abroad. If you decide, we see it with our classmates, our batchmates from 2016. If the ones that stay here in the Philippines, they have a job. I mean, you're already grateful. I'm sure their parents are grateful that they have a job. But a lot of them now, that our batchmates that are here in the Philippines, a lot of them still live at home. They're in their 30s already, and they still live at home because you just can't afford to live on your own and let alone start a family. It's like a lot of our classmates, a lot of them aren't married and they're hitting their 30s and above because there's no way they can afford. Their parents even tell them, right? One of our I won't mention the name. But even the parents, because the parents of our classmates are our friends too. We become friends with them because we went to their house. They like us. They like Dazzle and I for some reason. So we even go to our classmates' parents, and even the parents will tell us like, he can't get married. He can't even support himself. He can't even support himself, and that's very common. Like I said, it's just so hard. Like if you're coming here from the province, even with a college degree here in the province, once you get it, it's just hard to get ahead. It's hard, let alone be able to someday buy your own house, buy your own land. It's just hard. It's just hard, and it's not like they're not trying or that they're lazy, because man, they hustle here. They will take any job. The dream job for many here in the province is a government job. It's like that's a dream job. That's a dream job. A lot of our professors, teachers in college, I noticed they were. STI College Calibo is a private college that Dazzle and I attended. The tuition, yearly tuition that was like around per semester was like 25,000 pesos. So about $1,000 per year tuition at a private institution in Calibo. And even that is a hardship for many. I remember even $1,000 a year for tuition for a private college in Calibo. That was a struggle for many of our batchmates, because it was very often for our batchmates to be, Kuya, can I borrow money? Very common. That's okay, and promissory note, very common. Like their parents would sign a promissory note to the college saying, we'll pay next time. We don't have the money right now. I mean, so even that, imagine $1,000, 50,000 pesos a year for a tuition, and that's even a struggle for many here. Jason Potter, Fortune. Speaking of Vietnam, back in 97, Vietnam bankers went to our bank, Far East Bank, to teach them banking. Some of us even were sent there to teach them. I was not being just 25 years old. Look where they are now. I know, right, Fortune? I mean, here you are being sent to Vietnam to teach them. You're 25, and now look at them now. Look at Vietnam now. They're like, they're the next, what is that? Asian tiger? They're going to be, they're manufacturing everything. They're building their infrastructure, and just like, it's unfortunate, but that the Philippines can't be that. I just don't see it. I don't see, like I said, the Philippines, it's been like this in the Philippines in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. Now we're in the 2020s. Unfortunately, I try to be optimistic. I try to be positive, but I just don't see a way for the Philippines to get ahead. It's like that's why we have the brain drain. We have all these people leaving. That's the one product that the Philippines exports to many countries is people. It's like people leave the Philippines to earn money. There's no way the Philippines survives without the remittance, all the money that's earned overseas in cargo ships, all the seamen, all the domestic helpers all over the world, all the OFW. Without them, man, the Philippine economy would be sunk. Britain is ruled by political dynasties. All the same last names in power: the government, the judges, the counselor, the generals in the army. Yeah, and it's unfortunate, when that happens because there's just like it's ripe for corruption when it's like you don't get to hire the best people or with genuine intention. The intention is like to keep the family in the dynasty. They don't want to be replaced. They don't want to be replaced because they have the money. Good AM, James and Karen. Fortune, good AM, Balloos. It's all about the money, and the money has the law and the weapons. The Philippines, being a country of islands, has extra transportation costs associated with the U.S. was built on railroads and the interstate highway, Alaska and Hawaii. Yes. And then, unfortunately, the last thing that keeps the Philippines poor, unfortunately, we're just ripe for like natural disasters. I mean, it's just like, not only does the Philippines is poor already, a lot of our infrastructure gets damaged by typhoons, by earthquakes, by tsunamis, landslides. We just got a lot of like natural disasters that happen in the Philippines. And every year, it's hard to get, it's like there's areas in the Philippines that get hit by typhoon after typhoon, flooding, destruction, same areas, so crops get like wiped out, it's like whole rice fields, whole crops get wiped out. So unfortunately, that doesn't help that we're like natural disaster prone. I just posted how I failed on my page 9 times out of 10. It's not you, it's the people around you wanting you to fall. Don't take it personal. Catholics okay, they do. I mean, they do. Psalm 127. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. I'll have to read that. I'll have to think about that. I have to think about that's deep, man. That's deep, man. That's deep, James. Poor families often have lots of kids to make sure there is someone to take care of them when they get older. Okay.
Yeah. But it's hard for them to take care of you to take care of the parents when they get older if they don't have the opportunity to get better,
right?
To be in a better place in life.
Yeah, that thinking, I agree, a lot of them, they're thinking more kids to help them. But what Dazzle's saying, and we see this dynamic, how is a couple, raising 3 or 4 kids here, barely surviving paycheck to paycheck? They can't give those 3 or 4 kids the opportunity, the best opportunity here to go to good schools, attend Kumon or private tutors, to get them ahead. they're barely like surviving to get them to school. You know, they're not learning. They're having a hard time learning. You know, the education system, unfortunately, in the provinces, the public schools aren't the best. You can't rely on that alone. You know, I saw that with Leanna when I started tutoring her. There's no way if she just if I just relied on Leanna being educated by the public school system here in the province, she's gonna have a hard time once nursing school started. I have to like supplement. I have to supplement her education. I have to speak to her in English, teach her in English, because if not, she's not gonna be able to comprehend the book reading and comprehension in the public. In Manila, it's not a problem where Fortune lives. The good schools in Manila, but in the province, man, they're behind here. The public schools here in the province, some of the teachers aren't, you know, really well spoken in English or grammar, or even because they don't pay them enough. They don't pay them enough here in the province. What's up, Leanna? Asleep? No school, Kumon. Leanna is in Katiklan right now. She went with mom. They'll be back probably tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta look. It's the 23rd today. So they were gonna try to go back today, but probably tomorrow. And then the Kumon, I think all the Kumon is postponed till January, because week of January, because of the holidays. Everybody's off. Jason Potter, all right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jason. Take Dazzle to dinner date on me. Hey man, appreciate that. Babe. You pick the restaurant. Where do you want to eat today? I will take that. Make sure I take Dazzle out to dinner. Maybe kisses, plenty of kisses for sure. Plenty of kisses. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. G-Boy, Dazzle's quite sporty. She's into basketball. Dazzle, man, she was an athlete in college. You know, people, you know, because Dazzle is small in stature. But man, she was like in college, she played all 4 years. She was varsity volleyball player. She was the MVP, man. She was MVP. She's a good libero, babe. Libero. Libero is her position. She can dig the ball low. I guess because she's low to the ground. Really good at digging, setting. She's a setter, and you're fast. Very athletic. And number one of all, very competitive. She does not like to lose, man. Dazzle does not like to lose at anything, especially sports.
That's why when it is time for a practice, guys, I always had a hard time because we're always not complete.
And her teammates, you know, they're like, you know, more worried about how they look, more worried about like all the people watching them. They're not. I mean, Dazzle was like, she's not the team captain, and Dazzle was hard on her teammates, man. They're like, you're not playing hard enough. I mean, she could be the coach, man. I got this. Yeah. Move. I remember 1 year, the championship game. Dazzle, when she woke up the day of the championship game, she had a fever. And I was telling Dave, I don't know if you're not gonna be able to play today, man. Dazzle was gonna be out there. It didn't matter if she had a fever. She was actually on the timeout. She was puking, but Dazzle was gonna play because, babe, I cannot not play. This is a championship. I can't let everybody down. Man, she's like hardcore, man. I do not compete with Dazzle. Anytime we do anything, even pickleball, even anything, man, I don't go hard against Dazzle. You know, it's always like we just play for fun because so competitive. When the American debts comes due and Social Security is gone, those Filipinos with lots of kids will be the rich ones. It's just hard, James. You know, the thing I know, I see it with Dazzle's relatives. The ones with a lot of kids, man, it's just hard for them, James, like to like provide for them while they're little. Maybe when when the kids are able to help the family and work, maybe they'll have more income. But not everybody's got the land. Not everybody's. You guys got I know Karen's parents got land in the mountains. They have, unfortunately, a lot of the Filipinos here don't have the land, or some don't even have a house. Some don't even have a house. It's hard for, a lot of times they have to take jobs in Boracay. They have to work, and then they didn't go to college. So it's like, if you don't go to college here in the Philippines, the jobs that you're gonna get are like what, construction. You
Tour
might
guide.
tour guide. You can be a tour guide. I mean,
And then if you work in a hotel, they don't pay that much.
they don't pay that much in a
And then
hotel.
how can you become a professional if you didn't go to
To
like
co-
if you didn't graduate college? I
Yeah.
mean, it is in here. You wish to become a teacher here.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's a government.
That's a
job.
government job. That's always a goal.
But,
You want to
yeah.
graduate college, be a teacher. At least as a teacher, you can teach a public school, and you it's a government job. So
Yeah.
you have a
And then if you
steady
retire,
income.
you're gonna have money.
A little bit of pension,
like-
little bit of
yeah.
pension, little bit of pension.
But if you just work in a hotel in Boracay, you're just gonna get old and doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing. Then James, I've seen it now. I've been here 15 years. I've seen the people in Boracay, classmates of mine, even like friends of mine. They just start aging. They start out. I have a friend. It's like I met him when I initially got to Boracay in 2011. He's 25. And now he's 40, he's about 40 years old now. And he's pretty much did the same job for 25 to 40 and has no savings.
Yeah.
If he gets sick, I have to like help him with like money for hospital. That kind of, it's just hard. It's just hard. The opportunities, even like, I'm
Yeah.
sure Belus knows this, even his farmers, even his workers at work, that work for him, they're good farmers. They're hardworking. They're helping him with the land. But if they get ill, if they get some kind of illness, like cancer, whatever illness, Belus has not much use for them. You're gonna get replaced. Construction people here, they get replaced easily. Everybody get Boracay, man. At the hotel in Boracay, it don't matter if you've been working 10, 15 years at the hotel in Boracay. If you get sick and you're gone for 2-3 weeks, you get hospitalized, they'll replace you because they need a worker. It's like they don't have the safety in the U.S. Like there's really not like welfare here. There's no SNAP. There's like what's that, 4K, 5K, what is that, 4-piece?
4-piece.
4-piece. There's
yeah.
4-piece, but very limited amount of money that barely for people to survive. Barely.
And then I saw this when I was growing up is going to a public school, both high school and elementary. The classmates that I have that does have like a better life is the kids of a teacher. And then the OFWs.
OFW.
But
Yep.
the rest of us, we have to walk to go to school.
Walk to school.
And
Yeah.
sometimes
Wearing
we
your
don't have
slippers.
allowance.
Yeah, no allowance.
No allowance.
Wearing slippers.
No brand new school uniform.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times our lunch is just like dried fish.
Right.
or canned goods.
Yeah. At least in the U.S., I remember when I was in high school in the U.S., there's a cafeteria. It's free food. You get to eat. You get milk. You get apple. Here there's no free food. No free food at the school here. Whatever you can bring to school, like Daz was saying, rice and dried fish, or rice and canned good. Like a corned beef.
Yeah, and then when I was in high school, guys, I mean, I got a lot of classmates that are really like, I can tell they're smart, but they know that they can't go to college.
Yeah, they can't afford.
They plan to work in Boracay already because their parents can't
Can't
afford,
afford
to send them to
them.
school.
Yeah.
So until now, they're working in Boracay like a tour guide and all that.
Yeah. Because even here in the province, like Aklan State University is a government school. Even that will cost you about 5,000 a semester. So, 10,000 pesos, you're looking at maybe $200 a year for tuition. at ASU, Aklan State University. That seems to be affordable, right? You would think, well, $200. But man, for a poor family, man, that's even hard because because you still have to get boarding house. You know, a lot of people like in Dazzle, her classmates when she was in high school, they live in Katiklan.
Yeah.
If they got to go to school in Kalibo, we had classmates like that. They have to like pay for boarding house in Kalibo. That's another maybe at the time maybe 1,000 pesos a month. Now I'm sure it's more. I'm sure probably 2,000 pesos a month, or even the transportation from you have to go home once a week or once a month.
150 now.
150 now transportation, and then the food. Your boarding house is only a place for you to sleep. It doesn't. Usually you have to in a tiny room, like 4, 5, 6 people in the tiny room, and then your food. So for somebody that's working construction or somebody that's farming out in Katiklan, it's a hardship. It's a hardship.
They can survive by, of course, they can eat. They can have rice and all that.
Yeah, you bring your own rice.
It's hard to have emergency funds when you get sick, when your parents are old, or even when they become old. It's hard for them to plan financially for that. Maybe just living day by day. They can do that.
Because like Dazzle's mom and dad, when Dazzle was growing up, they both worked. That's why grandma had to watch Dazzle. She grew up by grandma in Katiklan. Dad was a tour guide in Boracay. Mom was a masseuse. And they worked a lot of hours. They were not lazy. They worked 7 days a week, because in Boracay, you have, back then, even now, it's the kind of same dynamic. There's peak season and not so peak season, like high season, everybody's good money, lots of tourists. But low season, typhoon season, there's not a lot of people getting massage. Not a lot of people, tour guides don't have any work. Not many. So there's like the lean season. Dazzle used to tell me they can already tell when it's like the lean season, when there's the income's like their food supply drops low. Things
it's
like
always porridge, guys.
Porridge,
lugaw.
lugaw.
Breakfast, lunch,
rice soup, lugaw.
And then we even like us, like we have like growing up without Diana wasn't like born yet. So my kuya, the oldest brother, used to get some food from the sea, it's like the sea urchin. Sea urchin, guys. And we just put eggs on it, like
eggs
fried it.
Hey man, that's pretty good actually. Sea urchin.
And then what I did is I sold banana Q, guys.
I know. The Dazzle used the banana Q, it's like plantain bananas, brown sugar on a stick. Dazzle, her auntie used to like cook it for Dazzle in a Tupperware, put it in a big Tupperware, and she would be Dazzle will walk around the neighborhood, go to the port, sell banana Q as a kid. So it's not like people say, well, they're just not hardworking. People work hard here. They work hard. It's just that the opportunities, Dazzle was the first in her family to graduate college. That's where I met her, in college. That's why at least now we're changing the trajectory of Dazzle's family. Miko, the younger brother of Dazzle, graduated college too. Now he works in Boracay in a hotel. Leanna, I'm going to make sure that Leanna graduates nursing school. That way at least, hopefully the next generation of Dazzle's family, it doesn't have to suffer the poverty.
Education is the key.
Education is the key. Education is the key, man. Education is the key. James and Karen. Brian, personally, I believe that the system left behind by the colonials also plays a part. I don't think the Spanish system was as robust as the British. Reading like historical books, reading like the Spanish, we inherited a lot of like the corruption, but I guess corruption is that's like universal. Unfortunately, corruption's universal. Hello, Jason. All right. Our new hires, new grads get about $600 to $800 per month. So 800, I'm trying to compute that in my head. About 40,000 pesos. Pretty good, right, Fortune? Per month for 16 months a year plus profit sharing. That is awesome. But Fortune, I know how many graduates from Aklan province can even apply at the job that you're offering at your company. You're gonna hire like the best of the best, right? You're gonna hire the UP Diliman graduates, the De La Salle graduate, the Ateneo.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's a lot of them also. Somebody with a degree from
Yeah.
Aklan State University or STI College Calibo has no shot at working for Fortune's company.
Actually, every year there's a lot of graduates, but there's like not a lot like for them to
A lot of
all
jobs.
of them to get the job.
Get a job. Even here in Aklan province, we graduate a lot of graduates here in Calibo. Calibo's got many colleges, many universities. They graduate a lot of people here, and I bet you half of them don't have a job upon graduation. A lot of them
There's
have
not
to
a
go.
lot of openings.
There's not a lot of openings here. Even Boracay Island, there's not a lot of openings in Boracay. That's the main employer here in our province of Aklan. There's just not any jobs here. Not even in Calibo. There's no jobs in Calibo.
Yeah.
You have to leave. Imagine that. You have to leave your province. The province that you lived your whole life. Dazzle, she's lived here in Aklan her whole life. She's never left the province. So if once she graduated, if she had to work, she would have gone. She had a job lined up at the airport because of that's how people get hired there. Connection. That's how Dazzle. She had a job lined up at the airport in Katiklan, but without the connection, she would have just been like.
Hired.
Would have been hard to. It would have been like a minimum wage job somewhere in the
Boracay.
province. In Boracay.
Yeah, I mean, I am a graduate of IT, but for sure, if I went to work in Boracay, I'll be like maybe a front desk.
Front
and
desk,
I'll
right,
have
yeah.
to wear a really,
Heels, yeah. Because that's the thing here in the Philippines. I'm sure people are aware, but maybe not. Here in the Philippines, when they hire people here, they're real specific here.
With pleasant
you
personality.
can with the advertisements on the ads.
Yeah.
They'll very specific. They'll say female only.
Yes.
No one over 25. No kids. College graduate. No
Yes.
kids.
Not married.
Not married. I mean, they can be really specific. If you don't hit, and then the height, you gotta be 5'3" or higher. And not many Filipinas are that tall.
5 foot.
Yeah, 5 foot or taller. They can be really specific here, and it's not discrimination here in the Philippines. It's just the way it is.
It's just normal here.
It's just normal here. And when they say pleasing personality, that means you have to be good looking.
You're white.
Fair skin. You gotta be like light skin. They don't want somebody dark. In the Philippines, some dark people in the Philippines. We're Filipinos, for crying out loud.
I mean, you can see that when you go to the hotel in Boracay.
Yeah, you can see that when you go to the hotel in Boracay. At the front desk, the area where they check in people, you can see that the ladies working there are tall, light skin. You're not gonna see like somebody there without the pleasing personality.
Yes, and fluent in English.
Fluent in English.
Yes.
It's raining in California too. All right.
It's
Brian,
raining.
do you think the ex-British colonists did better long term? James and Karen, British system is nearly extinct. LOL, nearly extinct.
Extinct.
Sal, look for that foreigner. Cash now.
I love
allegedly.
I love watching James. I love watching on Netflix The Crown.
The Crown, yeah.
Yes.
I got Dazzle hooked on The Crown. I'm a big
Yes,
The Crown
The
fan.
Crown.
I love that on Netflix. I got her hooked on The Crown.
because I have watched the Vikings already.
The Vikings? So now it's the Crown.
What's
Luz
wrong with
Beltran.
me is that I have a very short-term memory.
Short-term memory, short-term. Man, I don't have a problem with short-term memory. My problem is no memory at all. I forget things now, man. I forget things, which is a good thing a lot of times when you forget things, because like
You can rewatch the good
yeah,
series.
I can rewatch series and stuff because like
And you enjoy it like all over again.
all over again. I can, like I'll watch Breaking Bad again. I'll watch Better Call Saul again, and a lot of the scenes I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, that's the advantage.
Sal says, look for that foreigner. Cash now, allegedly. Well, that's I've talked about this on previous live streams, Sal. Foreigners, AFAM, they're very in demand. Filipina ladies want to go out with a AFAM. Want to go out with a foreigner because it's a way for them to like improve their lives. Not most Filipinas, when they meet a foreigner, when they meet their AFAM, their lives improve. It's like very few Filipinas that I know, when they hook up with a AFAM, their life doesn't improve. Yeah, it's like
it always improves.
it always improves. Like, what's the saying, babe? Like that common saying here, the meme.
Oh yeah, like if somebody got married to a foreigner, in Filipino they say it like, may ano na naman, may kababayan na naman na umangat sa buhay.
Sa buhay, yeah. May kababayan na naman na umangat sa buhay.
Yeah.
Another Filipino, fellow Filipino improved their lives because of the AFAM. Let me see. That was the irerekomenda mo ba sa mga Filipino Amerikano na kumuha ng degree sa Pilipinas at gamitin ito sa US? Anong larangan?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Medicine
Yeah,
is
I've mentioned this before, Luz Beltran. The degree here in the Philippines that I know will make you, a successful career somewhere else. If you got a medical degree here, nursing degree, a doctor's degree, anything like X-ray, a lab, anything medical, yeah, you can take that degree here and take it abroad, and there's a demand for it. They got good schools here. Iloilo City, man, got some great schools when it comes to anything medical. Even here in Calibo, man, I'm telling you, there's like 5 nursing schools here in Calibo. So Liana, we're lining her up to attend St. Gabriel College, a nursing school,
and I know,
have their own hospital.
Yeah. And I know one guys from Malay, and she graduated from like the St. Gabriel in Calibo.
College.
And now she works in Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah, very in demand. If you graduate nursing school, even here in the province, even here in Calibo, the tuition is affordable. I can send Leanna here. Her tuition's gonna be about $1,000 a year for nursing school. So basically, just tuition alone, not including books, all that. Tuition alone for 4 years of college in Calibo, I would probably spend about $4,000 on Leanna, 250,000 pesos, which I can do. I got money saved up for her already for that. Of course, she'll have expenses, living expenses. She'll live in this house. So that's a good path for Leanna already to graduate, because once she graduates, she can take the licensing here in the Philippines, get licensed here. Maybe the school at St. Gabriel College has their own hospital. She'll actually be working in a hospital already while she's in college. So when she graduates, they'll even get more experience. She can work at St. Gabriel Hospital another year or 2. After she got that underneath her belt, if I keep working her on her English, she's gonna get hired, no problem. She's gonna be in demand to go abroad. Again, abroad is where the money is, unfortunately. But Leanna wanted to go abroad anyway because she wants to see snow.
And then she said it's too hot here in the Philippines.
She said it's too hot in the Philippines, Kuya. I want to go to a place where they have snow.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why she picked to become a nurse, guys.
Yeah.
She wants to go abroad. Yeah.
Abroad. And I told her, she was asking me one day, Kuya, I want to go abroad. And how am I going to make it to abroad? I told her, well, if you want to go abroad, you got to be a nurse. You got to be something medical. So,
And she was 10.
she was 10. She was 10 when she asked me that. The 2 degrees that you have a good chance of working from here in the province, if you're here in the Aklan province, if you want to go, if your objective is to go abroad, anything medical, nursing being one. The second degree that you can get your way out of here, out of this province, is become a seaman, a merchant marine. Aklan Polytechnic College here in Kalibo graduates many seaman apprentice, merchant marine, and they get hired. Very well known in the Philippine community, like our province of Aklan. And these guys, they get hired. There's a pathway for you to, like, after graduate the college, you get all your certifications. You got to be a good swimmer. You got to be a good swimmer. You will end up being many OFWs that work in shipping containers.
That's why, guys, in my family, Gina said it's just me and my younger brother that graduated college. So I have an older sister that got 3 kids now. And they are living a hard life. So far. That's why Gino and I plan to send the oldest to college. As a seaman.
A seaman, needs. He's like gonna be 13. He's gonna be 13.
He's gonna be 13.
And we're gonna, the plan is Leanna Nursing School needs. We're gonna send him to a merchant marine school in
So
Kalibo.
we can change their
trajectory, change that, the cycle of the poverty. Cycle
At least
of being,
give them the chance.
Give them the chance.
Opportunity to have a better life for them and for their future family.
Brian, in my very limited knowledge, it appears so, Sam, apart from the usual corruption that colonization actually introduced. Unfortunately, PI will never change. Unfortunately, Sal, I have to agree with you. It's like, you're not going to meet a more positive person than me. I always think positive. But as far as the Philippines itself, I just don't, not in my lifetime, not while I'm alive. I'm not going to see an improvement of the Philippines. There's just so many things broken, unfortunately. And then it's hard, like, to find that leader, that country, a leader that would, like, change everything. Because even if you're like a good leader, your intentions are good, there's just so many people that's gonna change the narrative, make you look bad. It's just like, I don't see a path, unfortunately. Hello, GP, James and Karen. But I think, in a way, I know for foreigners, that's what attracts them to the Philippines, in a way that it doesn't change here. It's not going to change because, for one, the foreigner's money, the dollar, if you're like a dollar earner, pound earner, whatever money you're bringing here, since the Philippines is not improving, your money's always going to be better here. Your pension is all, and the Philippines will remain attractive for retirees and pensioners because the prices here pretty much are levels up. It's not high inflation. Filipinos can't afford high inflation here, so it's still attractive. And compared to Vietnam, compared to Thailand, compared to Cambodia, all the other Southeast Asian countries, Philippines is always attractive because of the English language. You don't have that barrier. It's like, if you're an American, you're English speaking, when you come here to the Philippines, it's easier to communicate here. It's not to the level where they're fluent in English, but it's just easier. Just visit Vietnam, just visit Cambodia, and try to communicate with the people there. I've traveled Southeast Asia. It's hard, even in Japan, even in Korea. I lived in those 2 countries. It's hard to communicate with a lot of people there because of the English language. Here in the Philippines, it'll always remain attractive for English-speaking people because you can land here in the Philippines. JP, he'll be landing here in a few days. In Kalibo, he can communicate with the vendors. He can communicate at the fast food places. If he wants something, he can ask a Filipina, hey, how do I get this? Where do I go for a SIM card? Or where do I go for my visa? There's people that you can ask, and people are, that's one thing about the Filipino people, especially here in the province, very friendly and very helpful.
I think that's why I really like our visit to Singapore, guys.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they can speak English.
They can
there.
speak English. They can
So
speak.
every time Gina and I had like a question, like where to get the map of Singapore.
The map of Singapore, yeah.
Yeah, and then we just asked I think it's like a security guard.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was fluent.
He's fluent in English. And the thing is, like even Singapore, I would compare that to the Philippines. They do speak more of English in Singapore, but the cost of living. I
Yeah.
couldn't even afford to live in Singapore if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's
Here in the Philippines,
expensive.
I think those are the two things that like makes the Philippines always going to be attractive to foreigners, always going to be attractive to Americans. Is one, a lot of Filipinos at least understand English. Two, the cost of living here are always going to be low. Unless you're in BGC. BGC, man, you're in the high rise there. You're like in the Los Angeles of the Philippines if you're living in BGC. But here in the
Yeah.
province, man, bring your social security here in the province and you can live well here in the province. You have a good life.
No wonder why, guys, here in the province, when you see a big house here, it's always like, oh, that might be a family of a farm.
A farm.
Or
Yeah.
that might be a family of overseas Filipino
You know,
workers.
yeah. And anytime Dazzle and I are driving around, if we're in the beach
Yeah.
area, especially in the beach areas like in
Yeah.
Nabas, Tangalan, you see these gigantic homes. Dazzle and I always look at each other.
Or that's a doctor.
That's a doctor. That's an AFAM. That's OFW owns that
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Even here in our community, I can see that. Even in our community, Camellia Clan, with all the people driving the Toyota Hilux, the Toyota, the
That's
Ford
OFW.
Ranger. Ooh,
That's a
OFW.
Seaman.
That's a Seaman. It's like, 2.5 million, 3 million for a vehicle. It's like, oh, that's got to be a Seaman. That's got to be a Seaman. That's got to be a merchant marine, man.
Yeah.
Lowell, morning fortune. But not being biased, my team, because of what we do, we get from UP, ADMU,
Yeah.
Ateneo de Manila,
UST.
De La Salle, UST grad. Right, I know. You're not being biased, Fortune. I would be in the same, because you know the quality of education from those universities. Nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything, that's not being biased. That's just in the same breath in the U.S. If you got if you're looking in the U.S. of applicants, and you got applicants applying, their college degree is from an Ivy League school. That's what I compare UP Diliman. That's what I compare UP to, an Ivy school. And you're comparing somebody that has on their resume, you got an Ivy school graduate here, you got a city college, community college graduate here. That city college ain't got no chance, man. You're gonna hire, especially for what Fortune does. He's banking. He's like economics major, banking major. You're not gonna hire somebody that graduate from city college. You're gonna hire somebody with the Ivy League degree. Same thing, same dynamic happens here in the Philippines. Your UP, University of Philippines, Diliman, Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle University, UST grads, man, their degrees from those colleges in Manila, they're powerful. You're gonna get hired because except for UP is a government run, that no tuition there. The other schools, their tuition are like close to 100,000, over 100,000 a year. To tuition, over $2,000 a year on tuition. So tuition alone. God bless OFW, keeping the family afloat. Amen, Sal. But see, man, it's a hard dynamic, unfortunately, Sal, and I'm sure you know about this. You're Filipino. I see it here in our community. Man, it's hard to be away from your, the earner, even if it's the husband or the wife. OFWs, man, they sacrifice so much, because they're missing their family, they're missing their kids. A lot of them, they're lucky if they can come home once a year. Sometimes they go 2-3 years without coming home. People just sacrifice, for their family or for their kids. Many, I mean, they're like the unsung heroes of the Philippines is the OFW. Only Chi family is, we can say, well off. I am provinciano. Med school here will cost you at least 2 million. See right there, man. Look at that. Fortune. Thank you, Fortune. Look at here. Medical school in the Philippines here will cost you at least 2 million pesos. 2 million pesos is $36,000. Not many Filipinos got that kind of money. You got, in order for you to become a doctor here in the Philippines, not only do you need to have the brains, you have to have the brains.
You have to have the brains.
You have to have the brains. You also have to have the money. It's like not cheap. I hold a secret. I hold a secret, Belis. I hold a secret. Hello, sir. Good morning, JP, Belus, James and Karen. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Everybody's kung fu fighting. I love that song, man. That's back in the 70s, man. That everybody's kung fu fighting. Hello. All right. What's the temperature? Or did I miss it? Temperature?
It's getting better there. But
Yeah, it's not raining, but man, it is, what is that? Sticky. It's sticky, humid, very humid right now. We got the fan on. We got 2 fans on. And if without the fan, I'd be sweating right now. I would say temperature, mid 80s, 85, but very humid, man. Very humid right now. Cute Doraemon clock. All right, yeah, Dazzle likes the Doraemon. Doraemon clock there. Lowell. That is my only real hang up for me. I don't know what to do with my dog of almost 11 years. I know, man, man. Our dog is our family, man. Chloe was our baby, man. We are really attracted.
yeah.
I don't have the $12K US dollar extra to ship her. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Chloe
big dogs,
was
especially,
priced.
I know it costs money to ship a big dog to the Philippines. You might have to like I know a friend of ours that's planning to come here, rehome your dog. Like now his dog became a service dog, like a so at least the dog's going to a good home. The dog is going like in a farm with other dogs playing in a farm. So you might have to rehome your dog. But I know how hard that is.
That's hard.
I couldn't see many times. Dazzle and I postpone trips, don't go anywhere because of our dog Chloe, because we wanted to be with her. If we can't take her with us, we won't go. Because that was our baby. Wow, 12K. That's a dilemma, Lowell. That's a dilemma. Brian, I am really struggling with it. Yeah, I understand, Lowell. Not all people, but I know, like for us, our dog was our family. She's more than just like a dog to us. That's why we're still grieving her loss. I bet, mate. Are you Indonesia? No, I'm not. I'm Filipino. I'm American Filipino. I'm an American citizen. Also, I'm a Filipino citizen. Lowell, Brian, she was my main companion when my dad passed away in my home back in. She helped me. I know. For us, we know exactly how you feel, Lowell, because like Chloe was our baby since 2014. For 11 and a half years. We babied her. We carried her everywhere. She's like a spitball. She's like a lot of fire, a lot of energy, always excited when she saw us, sad when we're not around. Even one of us, if one of us is missing, she used to be sad. She like cuddles with us in bed all the time. She's just a sweet dog. That's why we miss her so much.
Gino, guys.
She bullies me.
She did this.
Yeah, she always bullies me. I love it. I love that dog, man.
I love baby Chloe.
Is that shipping the dog yourself or through an agency? Yes, I know what you mean, Lowell. Brian, agency. I physically can't handle doing it myself. She is a large dog, 90 pounds, and I am disabled on oxygen. Wish they had a cruise ship to the Philippines. They do. I mean, there is cruise ships, Captain Ron. I know in Boracay Island, they always port about 20 cruise ships, Norwegian, different types of cruise ships from several places in the world. They port at Boracay, and usually after they port in Boracay for a day, they go to Palawan. And I know there's now like a Filipino one, right? They have like a Filipino cruise ship that travels the entire Philippines, actually goes up to other Southeast Asian nations. So it might be available. It might be available. A cruise ship might be available, man. Can you find a good home for her? Yeah, that's the thing I would like. You know, I know there's agencies in the United States. I know that our friend, you know, rehomed his dog. Manila, that's why Grab is popular, because cost is predetermined. Yes, yes. If we're in Manila, Fortune, we're using Grab. The last time we were there, we used Grab. You know, because man, there's some crooked taxi drivers in Manila, man. Good morning, Colonel. Good morning, Colonel. Deso and everyone. All right. We were watching, Colonel, your video yesterday about the steak. You were pounding that steak. You had that cast iron skillet, you know, and then Colonel has all the tools, and she got all the tools to make a good steak. It was what was that steak that the Colonel had? I know it's sirloin. And the Colonel put it like a plastic on it, you know, and he was pounding it with a mallet, man, and then cooked it. And it looks delicious. Ron, there are cruise ships plying the Philippines. Some start from Japan or Taiwan or Hong Kong. Yeah, I know, you know, maybe something to look at, you know, maybe you can you can fly to Hong Kong or Taiwan, catch the cruise ship there. Maybe, you know, it's like, I've never been on a cruise ship, so I can't tell you. I'm not a fan of cruise ships. You know, it's like I'd rather be in land or on the beach somewhere. You know, I don't see the attraction of being on a boat. You know, I don't know. It's like, or, you know, to me, it's just like, you know, I know it's like a hotel, big casino hotel, like on a ship, but I don't see the attraction. Brian, no, plus. She suffers from our dog Chloe suffered from separation anxiety. She always gets sad when either Dazzle and I aren't home. Even if one of us were out and about, she gets like quiet. She gets sad like that.
She's just gonna sleep.
She's gonna sleep. Every time I leave the house or the vet takes her to the back room, they even tried meds, but it didn't work. The stops here are in Ilocos up north, Manila, then Boracay, Caticlan, and last in Palawan. Wow, I like some nice stops on the cruise ships. Okay, boy, that's hard. I know that's hard, man. I know it's gonna be hard for Lowell dealing with his dog. Good AM, Colonel. Guys, watch the steak that I know I did. You know, man, that's like awesome steak, man. Fortune, like and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks, Fortune. Far East Rider, that's Rick, man. Rick's gonna be here soon, babe. I think the Atiatian's already started. Wow. Like, he's gonna get here in the middle part. He'll be able to attend Atiatian. So we're going on. I'll go Sadsad. I'll go Sadsad with Rick. Go to Rick's house and eat some food during fiesta. I've been to Rick's house here in Calibo for fiesta. Also. Yeah, and Leanna and I went to Rick's house and for fiesta. Rick is in Jacksonville, Florida, and they usually come here for Ati-Atihan. Hey, brother, and you need a degree sometimes to work at. Hey, I know, brother. I know, Rick. I know. It's like even the in Calibo, the jobs at McDonald's, Jollibee, Dunkin' Donuts, they require some type of college. It doesn't. You don't have a need a degree, but it helps if you have some type of college because there's computing involved, cashier work. You're handling cash. So they want to make sure you can count.
And it's crazy, babe, because for me,
Yeah.
Aklan is not the poorest
Province, not the poorest
in the
province. Yeah,
Philippines.
yeah,
But you see a lot of kids already that doesn't go to college.
yeah.
What more when it comes to like big cities, and there's a lot of like more poor families.
Yeah, poor families
and
in
then
the city.
provinces that are poorer
Yeah.
than Aklan
That
province.
Aklan.
Province is not poor.
Poor, yeah.
Because we have the
Boracay.
we have Boracay,
Yeah.
we have farming, and then we
Fishing.
have the fishing.
Yeah.
But other provinces, I don't think they have three of those.
No,
like,
no, no.
both three.
I know Belus. Belus has mentioned it, babe. Like they don't have like a Boracay Island in Leyte where
Yeah.
tons of tourists come. Tons of we
Yeah.
don't have that. So it's hard if you're coming from those like Samar or Leyte. It's hard for you to like get out of that poor life. It's hard to get out of
it
it.
makes sense for them to have more kids if they're into farming.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be more people that will help them when it comes to like
The farming,
working
in the farm.
So it makes them for them to have many
Many
more
kids, many
Yeah,
kids.
more
But
kids.
man, you still gotta feed those kids, man.
Yeah,
You gotta feed them kids, man.
But I see it like when I watch MMK.
Yeah.
Like it's a true story of the Filipinos.
Yeah.
So when I watch MMK and they're like farmers, right? They don't get paid if it's not their own land. If it is your own land, I see that they live a better
life. Yeah, you can make more money. It's
Because
your
they
own
can make
land.
more money.
Yeah, your
But
own land.
if you're a family of just renting the land and you guys are like the ones
The workers.
like workers, they don't make that much. So a lot of times what they feed for the kids is the bananas.
The plantain,
Banana
banana.
plantain
Yeah.
and maybe rice. Yeah. And then a lot of times the kids can't go to school. They're like out there
Working.
out there working, and then the school for them is too far for them to walk.
And then a lot of times those remote provinces,
Remote
like
provinces,
like
yeah.
Belus, the jungle that Belus calls
Yeah.
in Leyte, not only you're at a disadvantage as far as schooling, if you get sick, they don't have the medical facilities, and a lot of times the farmers, the local farmers, the ones that are workers, they don't have the money. They don't have the money. They don't have the money for some of the people here, even the people that work here. It's like we have, like I said, man, I get requests from people all the time. Hey, Kuya Gino. The minute I see that on my messenger, Kuya Gino, and I haven't talked to them for a while, I already know they're gonna ask me for money. They're gonna borrow money from me.
Yeah.
Lowell, all right. The Brian, morning, Colonel. 22 days. All right, 22 days from Rick. Our friend Rick in Jacksonville, Florida. We'll see him again in Calibo.
That's exciting.
That's exciting. We'll see him in Calibo for Etienne. Hi, Gino. Hannah. All right, Hannah. Hello, my friend.
Hannah.
Colonel. Hannah. Hi,
Hannah is
Fortune.
a friend of James and
Yeah,
Karen.
now a friend of ours. When you come here, Hannah, you're also a friend. A friend of James and Karen is always a friend of ours, also, of course.
Always welcome.
Always welcome. Always welcome in our home. Always welcome. We can show you around anything you want to see here in Calibo, in Aklan province. We'd be happy to show you around here.
Yeah.
That's why you see the old people in Japan, if they are good cooks, they open a restaurant, perfect the craft, and can continue to run it until they get old and pass the business to the next generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Here,
cook.
man, Fortune, you know this, Fortune, man. If you get into the restaurant business here, it's one of the hardest business to get in here. It's like hard to keep it surviving. It's like maybe like a carinderia, maybe a simple carinderia. But man, even if you run a simple carinderia type, a lot of work, lot of work. The people, our neighbor here one time they had their carinderia. Remember? I mean, they get up early in the morning shopping, cooking all day.
And don't get me wrong, guys. They get a lot of students eat there almost every day. They get sold out.
Yeah.
But they're just surviving.
Surviving. It's not like they're
because you can't ask
you can charge.
for,
You can charge them a lot of money. The students that eat at the carinderia, the tricycle drivers, jeepney drivers that eat at carinderia, they can't pay much. If you tell them rice and a viand and a rice $1, 60 pesos, that's about all they can afford. So it's hard to make money with that amount. And the amount of work, even in the carinderia, you got to shop early at the crack of before sunrise. You got to be cooking all day, serving all day, washing dishes all day. You're going to be working 10, 12 hours to make a little bit of money. It's hard.
I see a lot of successful
restaurants
in Manila.
In Manila,
silog, guys.
Silog.
Hot silog, long silog. Because people working, especially when your location is like close to the main road.
Like UP Diliman, close to the university. Here they just don't have they don't have that dynamic here, Fortune, because we don't have the population. Even in Calibo, you don't have and then there's oversaturation of restaurants. So many carinderias.
But I think they're making money because they're still open.
They're still and plus a lot of it, I think it's they gotta earn something. Anything for them is any income is better than no income.
I agree.
That's why there's so many tricycle drivers. Even the tricycle drivers in Calibo, man, they're in the thousands of tricycle drivers. I can't see them making a whole lot of money because there's so many of them. But they got to do it because what else are they gonna do? What else are they? There's not many jobs. Good AM, Hannah. Alan. All right, hello. Actually, I am screen recording you, except.
My uncle, guys, is a tricycle driver.
And
he's got 3 kids.
All right.
And then there's just one kid that goes to college because the first 2 kids needs to work first. So they're working now. They're both guys. So they're working now to help the parents to send the youngest to school. And then after she graduates, they're gonna go to college also.
But that's good though that families are helping each other because here in the Philippines, there's no such thing here as student loan. You can't graduate college here without your parents. I know in the US, there's loans that you can get student to go to college. Here, you're pretty much, if your parents can afford to send you to college, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. There's not unless you're really smart, if you're like a Fortune, like if you're like Master Yoda kind of brain, Ivy League type of brain, like Fortune, you're a scholar, go to UP Diliman, University of the Philippines. And even at that, even if you get into UP Diliman, you still need boarding house, you still need food costs, right?
I watched MMK last night, guys.
Yeah.
His name is Eugene de la Cruz.
And
then the Ateneo offered him a full scholarship.
Full ride.
Everything is free.
Tuition,
allowance, food.
No, that is awesome, but think about this.
It's 1 in a million.
1 in a million. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say to Denzel. That's like a 1 in a million. I mean, I hear it all the time. Here. the tricycle
It was really
drivers.
smart, babe.
Yeah, the tricycle driver or the farmer's kid
Yeah.
got accepted going to the Ivy League in the U.S.
Yeah.
But man, that's like a
You
one in
have
a
to be
million.
really so smart.
Man, you gotta be like you gotta be Sheldon from
Yeah.
from The Big Bang Theory. You gotta
Yeah.
be that kind of smart to get that opportunity.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe we can start having more kids so we can get a Sheldon.
A Sheldon, a Sheldon. The National High School Health Service in the UK has a special path for Filipina nurses to come, qualified nurses, and full sponsorship to come work in the UK hospitals.
Wow.
Yeah, many opportunities. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, that's why that's the path I'm pushing Leanna. I'm helping Leanna with her English. We're improving all her skills. Get her into nursing school here in the Philippines because that is the path for Leanna. I know if she graduates nursing school here in Calibo, get her Philippine nursing license, pass the English proficiency exam, the worldwide proficiency exam in English, she will not have a problem getting a job overseas. Nurses are in demand. Filipina nurses especially got a great reputation around the world. They can't hire enough Filipinas to be nurses abroad. I know that. And I keep preaching that to Leanna. That's why she's working hard. I mean, she's working hard. Salamat, Pinay girl. All right. Saw a video by Philippines Life. Mike mentioned network is already the top 1%. Do you think this is off? I would have to do the research. That's pretty good. I mean, if you got millions, $60,000, that's about 2.5 million. I mean, not many Filipinos got 2.5 million. Not here in Aklan, I'm pretty sure, there's like over 500,000 people here in Aklan province.
Yeah.
And not many people here, I would say, have 2.5 million.
Unless you're a doctor.
Unless you're a doctor.
Or
Yeah.
FW.
Yeah, OFW, yeah.
Or married to a farm.
Married to on the farm. You'll have that kind of money. But if you're just a local here, born and raised, I know Dazzle, born and raised in Katiklan, many of Dazzle's elementary school classmates, many of her high school classmates in Katiklan, not many of them even have 1 million. It's like, it's hard. It's like, you really don't know the level of poor or level of poverty here in the Philippines until you boots on the ground, until you live here in the province. You will see it. It's hard to picture. And
Aklan is not the poorest.
And Aklan is not even the poorest.
Yeah.
We don't have slums here in Aklan.
Yeah.
I've not seen an area here where you consider slum area where people are living in riffraff houses or patch houses, carton boxes. We don't have a problem here. Big problem of homelessness. You see some homeless people in Calibo, but a lot of times I can tell they have like mental issues. They do not have like mental facilities here. So a lot of times if you have a mental issue, unfortunately the person just kind of wanders around in Aklan province. But we don't have like areas that in Metro Manila you can see like areas in Tondo. Areas underneath the bridge, just you can tell the poverty. We don't have that here. We don't have that here in Aklan. Even the poorest of poorest here in the province, they'll build a kubo, bamboo house. They'll farm the kubo because there's plenty of land here. If people can plant, people can own a kubo, survive from the items that they plant here. Plenty of land. You can buy cheap land. Here in Aklan province. And like Dazzle said, we're not one of the poorest provinces here. There's plenty more poorer provinces here in the Philippines, especially in like the Mindanao. That's why a lot of expats like going to Mindanao because Mindanao, if you want to see the poorest of the poorest, like farm living or rural living, that's where you would see it. It's 5:39 p.m. here in Missouri. All right, Hannah. I love the Philippines, but it can use improvements. The international community's thoughts about PI is over corruption and nepotism. I would have to agree. That's pretty much like the reputation of the Philippines around the world. It's the corruption and nepotism, poor infrastructure. They're trying to build infrastructure here, but a lot of times the calamities or whatever, a lot of the flooding, a lot of the typhoons keeps destroying like the flood control keeps destroying all the infrastructure they're building. The roads keep getting damaged over and over again. It's a bad cycle. It's a bad cycle. That's why I'm saying it's almost like I cannot think of a way for the Philippines to get out of it, get out of that cycle of like building good infrastructure. We're lucky enough here in Calibo, we have Asia Pacific Medical Center now, modern hospital, but many provinces here don't even have that. They don't have a facility like that. It's just I just don't, not in my lifetime anyway. I don't think I'll ever see the Philippines become one of the become the Asian tiger economy. I just don't see it in my lifetime.
If we become an Asian tiger, we're gonna be expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's all. If we become the Asian tiger, that Vietnam or even Thailand, they're improving, and the prices will go up.
Or Singapore.
We're
It's
already
expensive.
yeah, it's expensive. We're already behind those countries as far as infrastructure and it's still not cheap here. That's what I don't understand. It still costs you more here than in Vietnam, than in Thailand, than in Cambodia. It's still cheaper in those countries than here. Our travel here, even like the domestic travel, hotels, everything is like a little more here than those countries. Sup, new viewer, listener here, Holden. All right. Hello, James.
Hello, Leah.
Nanay and Tatay raised 8 kids, including Karen, as farmers. All are doing well. I know, James, because I've seen the setup they have, right? In the mountains, they got like farm. But then, they're great people, James. It's like this new generation, then, not many of these new generation, these young 18 college age Filipinos, not a lot of them want to be farmers anymore. It's like that's why even here in Aklan, it's less and less farmers. Like my classmates, even back in 2016, they were farmer kids. They lived in Nabas. They lived in Ibahay. Where's that place? Libacao, where you guys like to go, James. Those were my classmates that attended college with me, graduated college with me.
They don't want to be a farmer.
They don't want to be farmers. It's like
even their parents
even their
don't
parents
want them to be farmers.
even their parents,
That's why they go to they become teachers.
they become
They
teachers,
become
police, yeah,
They become
Nurses.
and then or maybe they work at LGUs.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
don't want to be a farmer.
farmer.
It's a hard life.
It's a hard life. It's a hard life. It's hard. If you're a farmer, if you own your land like Nanay and Tatay, they use the land in their area. They have their
I
own
love
house.
Nanay.
Yeah, we love Nanay. If they have their own house, man, you can raise good kids, right? Good, law-abiding, religious kids. You can raise kids like that in that environment. But
That's a good environment.
that's a good
actually.
environment. That's a
Yeah.
great environment.
You're away
from the noise.
Yeah.
But I just don't see that path anymore, James. I'm sure there's still people living that path, up in the mountains, Libacao, I'm sure, doing the farming. But more and more, this younger generation, James, they're not into farming. I saw that with my classmates and a lot from 10 years ago now. 10 years ago is when we graduated. Majority of them are working Manila now, Cebu, Iloilo. They're installing CCTV. Doing that kind of jobs. They even their parents didn't
Yeah.
want them to farm
To farm.
because
Oh,
they
yeah.
know how hard it is.
Just like my mom.
Yeah.
She's a masseuse, guys.
She's a masseuse.
For like over 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
And then I told her I want to become one. I want to continue the legacy.
The legacy, you wanted to
Yeah.
be a masseuse.
But my mom said, "No, I don't want you to become a masseuse because it's a hard
It's
job."
hard job. It's a hard job.
It's you're gonna have a hard work. So she
Yeah.
doesn't want me to become a masseuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Filipino families here in the US, parents go all out to raise kids and give them the best education with the expectation that children will take care of them in old age.
Yeah.
I think that's just a Filipino culture, Rick, because for us, it would be a disgrace for any family to let our Lola, the grandparents, to nobody to take care of them. That for them to end up in a nursing home, that would be like I don't see that happening. There's usually like somebody in the Filipino family that will take Lola or Lolo in, because especially here in the States, I can see that being harder because in the US, everybody works in the US. Everybody's busy with their own career. Here in the Philippines, there's always people that are available. It's like it's not hard to find a member of the family, a relative that looking for something to do or is not working. So there's always somebody that will be able to watch Lolo and Lola, the grandparents here. All 8 turned out well. Try that in a rich country. I know, James. I know. I mean, Nanay and Tatay, they're just good people. They're good, honest people. They raise good example.
For the kids.
Perfect example for the kids.
They work hard. The kids see that.
Yeah, the kids see
So
that.
they
want
want
to help them.
They wanna study hard.
Study
They
hard.
want to give nanay and tatay
Yeah.
the best life
Yeah.
when they get old.
But even now in the Philippines, unfortunately, like I said, this new generation, they're the social network generation. They see Facebook, they're online all the time, they're on their phones all the time. They're not the same kids that Nanay and Tatay raised, unfortunately. The kids now, even the younger ones, even like the Liana's age, even the kids at Numancia Integrated, they're all on their iPad, they're all on their cell phone. It's a different mindset now. They're exposed to more now. They're exposed to they see YouTube, they see Facebook, TikTok, all that.
Oh my God! And then online games, guys.
Online games. They're hooked on online games. It wasn't like that. I'm sure Karen can tell you, or even
Wi-Fi.
Tonton. Even Christian. They can tell you that. Ate Jen, when they were growing up, they didn't have that.
No Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. Now, the kids are hooked on this Wi-Fi.
And then no, that time, also pa yung nag-iigib ka ng water.
Yeah.
Reach for water, guys. And then cook rice using the
See, Dazzle
the
did,
wood or the charcoal.
Did all that too, like get water from the well.
The well.
Get water from the Dazzle did that. Cook food in the
firewood.
Firewood.
And then when I went to high school, we
Yeah.
improved our life. We're
Yeah.
not using hardwood na. We're using charcoal.
You're using charcoal. Yeah. But see, the new generation, I just don't see them wanting that. And a lot of times their parents don't want that for them either, because they
It's a
want,
hard life.
it's a hard life. It's a hard life,
I remember before going to school, you have to like mag-init ng water pa, babe. You have to wake up early.
You have to wake up
Because
early to
it's
heat
so
up.
cold.
It's so cold. It's so cold. To heat hot water.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, there's Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
Man.
Good morning, Scuba Steve.
Good morning, Scuba.
Say hi to Ate Lani. Lani?
Hopefully, we see them again someday. Hopefully, we get to hang out with Scuba Steve again. Hello, Mad. Mad in Uzbekistan. All right, man. That's the first time I've seen somebody from that country, man. Hello, Colonel Hannah, Captain and Blues. Like and subscribe. All right. Jesus Christ loves you guys. Thank you, thank you. Hannah, Dazzle, so pretty. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Hannah, it says you're so pretty, babe.
Thank you, Hannah.
Here, the Philippine Statistics Authority define high income as 3 million annual family income. Ooh, that is high income, man. That's like, close to, what's that, man? 36, maybe 60, $60,000.
We're poor.
I know that. You ain't got to tell me that, baby. It's like, we're low income. 3 million.
What?
Hi JP, hi Belus, and yes, less than 1% are in that scale.
No wonder why. 1%. I agree with that. 1%.
I am worried about fishing near the sheriff. Fishing near the sheriff.
JP.
You're not alone, JP, because mom, they don't fish together. And when I take them to Lola, mom is like sneaking away from Dazzle. They're always like far apart. They find their own fishing hole.
But I hate to admit this, JP. I think she's the new queen of fishing.
She's the new queen?
Last time, I just caught half a kilo of tilapia.
Yeah.
And mom caught 2 kilos.
2 kilos? Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's sneaky. She's sneaky. She's a sneaky fisherwoman. Van life forever. VW. All right, VW. Volkswagen. So Mike of TPL is correct. Per PSA definition, but I don't agree with that scale. Good AM, Scuba Steve from Fortune. Good AM. Oh, Ted from Bohol. Dazzling Dazzle. There you go. Dazzling Dazzle.
Hello, Ted. Ted and Bohol.
Good AM, Ted and LV.
Oh, Ted. I had to I forgot to tell this to Gino.
Yeah.
But the bee farm ice cream that I like in Bohol, I found them in Iloilo.
They
were there.
They're
They're just a stall, and it's a small stall, and they're not like in inside it.
Oh, like a kiosk.
It's
like
kiosk. It's
kiosk.
close to the entrance.
Okay.
That's
all
why
right.
you didn't see it, but I saw it.
Oh, all right.
Oh my God! Yeah. It's
Next time we'll have the bee farm ice cream at Iloilo
I
City.
think it's like 100 or 120 pesos for one scoop.
Oh, I'll pay that, man. I'll pay that for that ice cream, man. I like the ice cream.
And then they have malunggay, the moringa. I saw it last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. The Colonel says, on my way to Aklan. All right, Colonel. All right. Take care. Be safe, Colonel.
It's
rainy
raining.
weather. Be safe on the road, Colonel. If your parents paid for your education, you should use that education to get a job. No one knows.
Yeah, than expected.
Sorry about that. Let me just go through the comments fast now. That way, at least if I can finish it. Safe travels. I have a classmate in high school. Great success story. He had no money, collects bottles instead of them. All right. We'll see if the numbers go up again, because I think we lost the thing. Incredible. It's incredible how government... Yeah, it's moving. But there's only 8 people on the... just check the live stream if it's still going, babe.
I'll get my phone, babe.
Or here? Or on the laptop?
Because you're here. Yeah, it's going.
Oh, it's going. It's back on. Yeah, we're getting more people. It went up to 11.
Yeah. So
now we're running through our Blue Yeti. That's why the electricity went out. So basically, the student who brought the soda and paid for deposit in his favor, he graduated with us. I mean, you always hear stories like that, Fortune, right? It's like I said, the one in a million that no matter They could be coming from the poorest of the poor in the Philippines. They made it out. They made it out. What a blessing for them. I do notice gambling here in the province is common too, and when they win a, a little, they are one day millionaires. I know exactly what you're saying, Ted, man. Very common here, like that. What is that? Lotto?
Yeah, lotto.
Man, that's busy, man. That lotto here, that's like a busy business here, man. If you want to open a business here in the Philippines, lotto, and
I'll be there because I keep buying this scratch
the scratch
thing.
off, the scratch off. That's a
The
lesson.
monkey, I call it the monkey.
The monkey, or more OFW relative as well. Phil, I have seen so many cases where OFWs here have borrowed money from banks to pay for some nephew or niece to go to university. Hard times make hard men. America is soft. Filipinos in America make double. I know, James, I know when Filipinos, when they go to the U.S., I had friends when we all moved to the U.S. In the late 70s. We would be willing to work man, I started working when I was 15. As soon as I could get a job at a fast food place, I would take any job. It's like, I just know, like you said, Filipinos, man, we're willing to do anything to work. And I know many of my classmates in high school, a lot of them weren't working. In Seattle, he is big time now. Oh, wow. All right. Great story, Fortune. Look for Bautista, Miss Washington. That's her daughter. My classmate name is Paul. Paul Bautista. All right. And great story. Brian says here, only for the kid to sit on the after grad because the degree was just for parents to boast about. Yeah. I know that, man. That's why, I often, when I advise people, when they ask me what's a good degree to take, especially here in the province, I always tell them anything to do with medical, nursing, doctors might be above, the means because doctors very expensive, but even an x-ray technician, medical laboratory technician, anything like that, you got a good future getting a job here in the Philippines, especially abroad. And then the merchant marine, the seaman apprentice. But any other degree, man, it's just hard. Tourism degree, hotel restaurant management degree, business administration degree, hard communication degree. Man, it's just hard to get ahead with, especially if your degree's coming here from the province. But if you're in Manila, like where Fortune is, if your degree's coming from UP, University of the Philippines, Ateneo, De La Salle, Santo Tomas,
UST.
you can pursue degrees, even like economic, you can pursue communication degree. You might have a chance, but not here in the province, man. All right, babe. The only degree I really see that has potential if you study here in the province is merchant marine and nursing. That's why I'm pushing Liana to become a nurse. The nephew, he's going to be 13. I'm pushing him to become a merchant marine. Or maybe police, criminology. That's a popular degree here also in Calibo. Become a local police here. Study criminology. Double the American average is misleading when Philippine population is so small. It only takes a few to bump those numbers. Marian Bautista, Miss Washington. All right, Marian. I'll have to look that up, man. Let me take a picture, man. I gotta look her up. See. I'm sure. Many beauty queens and all that. It's very, very very popular here in the Philippines. But yes, they are go-getters. Oh yeah, man. When I was in California, even like when I started working as a high school kid, I was working at Taco Bell. Even my relatives, people that I knew in California in the early 80s, man. Most Filipinos I know in California, man, they got 2 jobs, some 3 jobs. It's like they practically sleep in their car from one job to another, man. It's like many people, many of my relatives even did that when we first got to California. Lonely are the brave. Lonely are the brave. They take advantage of the opportunities more too. Of course, right? Like me, man. I was 17 years old when I joined the United States Air Force. I was a green card holder. It's like I wasn't an American citizen at the time, but after going to school in Long Beach, Wilson High, I was graduating senior class, 1983. I was 17 when I graduated. I was like, man, the opportunity for me, I said, recruiter told me, hey, in 2 years, you can become a United States citizen. You got a job we'll teach you a trade in the military. I jumped on that opportunity. Best decision of my life, joining the military. Spending 20 years in the United States Air Force, allowed me to retire early here in the Philippines. They take advantage. Smart, hardworking people. The world needs more Filipinos, not less. Yeah, I mean, definitely, because like if anything, James, right? Filipinos, we're exporting Filipinos from the Philippines. That's probably one of the most valuable export from the Philippines is people. Doctors, nurses, engineers, you name it. They graduate here, they learn their trade here, they go abroad. Most of your cruise ships now around the world, Filipinos are working in the cruise ships. They get their experience in Palawan, Boracay, hotels. Next thing you know, they're in the cruise ships. So what would happen if there's less Filipinos? There are going to be less people, less nurses in the world, less doctors, less engineers in the world, man. True education is the key, and the current generation should always exceed the accomplishments of the previous generation. I agree, Fortune, but unfortunately, unless I'm seeing less and less of it, unfortunately. The new generation with social media, they want that quick kind of like get rich quick. They're not. I just don't see the hard working back in our generation for to make sacrifice. Sacrifice for your family. 3 days. All right. That's every parent wish. Every parent's wish. Yes. I have seen that too, Brian. My friend in Mindanao worked 25 years OFW to build a home. And that's very common, Phil, right? It's like even here in Aklan province, my neighbors here at Camellia, a majority of my neighbors here are OFW. The husband or the wife works abroad and sends money here. That's why they're able to buy the homes here, able to send their kids to private school in Calibo, afford a vehicle here. If they were just working here in Aklan province, there's no way they can live the lifestyle that their family is living here. So it's a sacrifice, man. The OFW, like the father or the mother that's an OFW, that's a big sacrifice, man. To live abroad most of your life, be happy to go home once a month, for 2-3 years sometimes to see your kids. Every time you see your kids, they're like grown, like they keep growing every time you see them. That's got to be hard, but it's the life that many Filipinos have to go through in order to provide for their family. Exchange rate today. All right, Flyboy, I haven't checked. I haven't checked on the exchange rate. Let me see what the exchange rate is for today. The dollar PHP 58.67. 58.67. Cheryl worked at her parents' bakery. All right, all right. In Boracay after college. She worked at what is now the Moving Pig. All right, the Moving Pig. All right, I know where that is. Hotel used to be called Club Panuli. Club Panuli. Hi y'all, hi y'all, and Nora. What is the meaning of life? Ooh, that's deep, man. That's deep meaning. I can't tell you what the meaning of life is. That's deep, brother. I have seen it a lot, Phil. The OFW works here in Australia, and all the relatives think they are rich, and the poor worker either is left with no money or they borrow. Yeah, unfortunately, I have seen that kind of dynamic too, where the OFW just keeps sending money here, and the family here is living high life, high life. But unfortunately, you do see that. But many success stories also. Many success stories also. If you really want to know what the UK royal family is like, don't watch The Crown. I watch Harry Enfield's The Windsors. It's a comedy, but very, very accurate to their personalities in life. All right, all right. There, my wife is from Southern Leyte. She followed her first cousin to Olongapo. We met, been married 30 years. All right, congratulations. You got 30 years. That's awesome. That's awesome, Derek. I'm going to try to zoom through the comments because I'm looking at the live stream. It's been going on for a while now. So I'll try to zoom to some of these comments. I'm kind of behind, I think. And because this is their first exposure to bank credit, yeah, you know what? Brian, that's a horrible thing that happened here in the Philippines, I think. Back in the 70s, before I left here, even when I was stationed here back in late 80s to 91, credit wasn't a big thing in the Philippines. I didn't hear all this credit. Now it's like horrible. It's like credit here is easily given to everybody now. Home credit, they're like predatory credit here in the Philippines, charging, 30%, 36% interest, on credit here. And many people, unfortunately, they don't understand how credit works, Same dynamic in the US, right? It's like a lot of people get in trouble in credit. Now it's like prevalent here in the Philippines. Also now you're seeing foreclosure of houses here, repossession of vehicles, repossession of motorbikes. It's a horrible thing that happened to the Philippines, this credit thing. Because before they didn't have that credit here. Now, now it's like so easy to get credit here now. And they don't have like the scoring system here, like in the US, how you have like a credit rating. They don't have that here, They take chances on people here by their government ID because you will get in trouble if you don't pay your credit here. It's not like if you don't pay your credit that you're free and clear, It's like it can cause you problems here if you borrow money and then you can't pay it off, or you foreclose, or you on a loan. So there's ways for the companies here to get at you if you're not paying. One of my first office jobs ended up being mostly Filipino coworkers. Honestly, such a great experience. Kind, humble, funny, welcoming people. All right, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you had a good experience. And most people I talk to that work with Filipinos abroad, it's always they like working with Filipinos. We're just kind people, man. We're just honest, kind people. We're humble people. We're
And
not.
food is life.
And food is life. There we go. That's what I said. And food is life. Food is life. Many Philams were cheese classmates in med school. Then after graduation, they just take the MLE in the US, and if they pass, they can practice there. Yep. Man, even in the military, man, highly recruited Filipino doctors and Filipino nurses. The military in the U.S., they're like they're highly recruited. They know what they're getting. They know what the military is getting when it's a Filipino doctor or Filipino nurse. All I can say is compare the youth here to the youth in America and would rather my future kids are raised here. I can't blame you, James. I mean, you're in a good spot, James. I mean, you got good families surround. If you raise the kids here, they're gonna be great kids here. So, you know, you got good people around you here.
Nanay and tatay will be there.
Nanay and tatay will be there, man. Good grandparents. Good grandparents. Emilio. Is that Emilio? All right. Kumusta here in Greenland? Oh, Greenland. Wow. We have many Filipinos very respected and loved here. Wow, wow. Greenland. I think you're the first from Greenland. Greenland. I've never seen Greenland in the...
Remember Valhalla?
Valhalla,
Greenlanders.
Greenlanders,
Yeah.
Greenlanders. Oh, well, I know Filipinos, man. They're all over the world. I mean, I've not found a place where you don't have any Filipino. Filipino, like pretty much anywhere in the world, there's a Filipino in it. And Jim, I don't have kids yet, but I agree. I agree, Brian. When my friend moved back to the Philippines, every friend and family were there with their hand out. I think, Phil, with that, I think that, that I'm sure that happens, but it's really the OFW, the Filipino, maybe allowed that to happen. If I was in that situation, if I'm the one working overseas, I'm not gonna allow that, right? I'm not gonna allow that. I hear that all the time here. Expats saying that they become a human ATM here, a human ATM. It's usually the expat that allows that. It's not. We all have choice. I mean, I think my wallet, my income, my pension, I got control on that. Nobody's forcing me to do anything. So my sister-in-law was number 6 in the Philippine bar. Wow. Smart person. Wow. The record getting to perfect scores. She went to California 2010 and passed the California bar. She's now a part.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Great story, Fortune.
Like Sheldon.
Like Sheldon, like another Sheldon, man, another Sheldon. Firm specializing in immigration law. Drug use among children in America is becoming common. Ooh, man,
no.
oh no, James. I did not know that, man, because here in the Philippines, man, you don't want to get caught with drugs here.
No.
It's like
The jails here are like torture.
yeah. And they make an example of you here. They got what's called buy bust. The cops will sell you and they'll bust you and they'll make an example of you. That's one thing, I don't see here in Aklan province anyway. I don't see like drug use, or I don't see it being common.
That's why Duterte's time being a president is very controversial.
Yeah.
Because of that drug thing here in the Philippines. That's why people here are like 50-50 when it comes to that.
To that, yeah. Come to Greenland, a lot of snow. Come to Greenland, a lot of snow.
I like the Greenlanders.
The Greenlander, Valhalla.
Yeah.
How about studying and becoming a school teacher? Yeah, Flyboy, that's a very honorable job here in the Philippines. A lot of teachers here, when they become teacher,
to have a lot of patience.
a lot of patience. Especially you become like not just a school teacher, but what is that? Like a babysitter. Like a home daycare. Because the kids here, man, they can be rough. Imagining handling 36 kids. 36 kids. But it's a very honorable job here in the Philippines.
A lot of
respect for teachers here. If you
They're
become
the second parents.
Yeah, the
of
second
kids.
parents. The second parents. Yeah. And then it's a government job, so there's a pension down the road,
Yes.
reliable income,
Reliable, yes.
income here in the Philippines.
Even if I think they're also paid during the summer months.
Summer months.
I think so.
All right.
Or maybe that's their break. 2 months of
The
break.
United States is the second largest in Spanish-speaking population. Oh, I
Oh.
believe it, man. I believe it. I mean, I went to school in California back in the 80s, and I had a lot of like Spanish speaking friends. That's why I ended up taking Spanish because
Yes.
like I figured, man, might as well learn Spanish while I'm in high school. Ted, Gino, a pharmacist is also a great degree to get
Oh
here
yeah.
and go abroad.
Pharmacist.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, anything medical,
Medical.
like yeah, pharmacy,
Technician.
pharmacist,
What do you call it?
lab specialist,
Oh yeah.
X-ray special. I mean, respiratory therapy, anything, anything medical, because it's something that you can get your certifications here in the Philippines, get yourself like
Yeah.
experience here, something you can market. It's hard to market like some of the degrees that they produce here in the province anyway, like hotel and restaurant management. How can you market that? Not many hotels are gonna let you manage their hotel upon graduation. A lot of times if you take that course here, hotel and restaurant management, you're gonna be making rooms or working at the front desk. It's kind of like the premium job that you can get, or a tourism degree. It's like promoting tourism. It's like how it's not a marketable degree. It's like you want those medical college degrees here. I I feel for the OFWs as they have to pay massively here to live and are still hounded and feel obligated to support others, with some clearly just abusing. Yeah, but I think, Brian, I know what you're saying, but for me, it's the OFW's fault too, right? It's like you're the one working, you're the one controlling your income. It's okay to help, but if you're sending all your money in the Philippines, more likely, you'll end up getting taken advantage. It's better that if you're OFW, make sure you're setting aside a bulk of that money for your own savings and not other family members. But I do understand the pressure from the
I
family.
saw so many stories in MMK when it comes to that, babe.
Yeah, and I understand.
Not every person is blessed with good families.
Good family,
also.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The language barrier pretty much doesn't exist. Jim, I can speak Spanish. Habla español, right? Habla español. Yes, fly boy. We also export school teachers. Oh, I know. That's another. If you're a school teacher here in the Philippines with experience, I know a lot of them end up in the United States. Teaching in the United States. Yes, Hannah. The United States is more Spanish. The Philippines, in my experience. Oh yeah. Very few Filipinos speak Spanish. Maybe in Zamboanga, in Mindanao, I think they speak Spanish there, but very few Filipinos speak Spanish. How is the starting a business there? My wife and I are thinking of maybe opening a card shop someday. I would not recommend opening a business here. Just difficult to own any business here. And how is job searching for English teachers? I have my master's in teaching English. I would be cool to get around there one day. You're not gonna find, it'll be hard for you also to find work. I mean, if you can imagine, we already have a high unemployment rate here, and it would be hard to get like a working visa here in the Philippines. It's already hard for Filipinos to work. So a lot of your work, the people that are working, like if you're an English teacher, they work online and they get the jobs before they come to the Philippines. A lot of people think that when they might be a professor, they might be something, like an English teacher in the U.S. There's not many jobs here in the Philippines for you, because they have a lot of college English graduates here from like where Fortune went to school, that are, that the income would not be there to match the income you are expecting also the income that you're used to earning in America, Canada, or whatever. You're not going to get that here in the Philippines. You would have to like get an online job in the US and then come here and work be a digital nomad. A collapsing birth rate is the biggest danger civilization faces by far. Mark my words, they are sadly true. Elon Musk. All right, all right. Fortune, while Spain conquered the Philippines for 333 years, when the Americans came, we abandoned Spanish and moved to English and Filipino in our local languages. 29, you will have competition here if English. If you want not much competition, teach English in Japan. Good. Thank you, Fortune. That's all I'm saying. Your English degree teaching experience from abroad not gonna be well sought after here in the Philippines. Is AI slowly becoming an employment issue for newly university grads, current employees working at corporation? I would not know. Fortune would know more about that, Flyboy, because me, man, I haven't worked here. It's like I do not, like you would think it would start affecting like the call centers here, but I have not heard. I have not seen it. I think yes, right there. Our animals are our babies. I know, Hannah. I know. Yes. Our animals are our babies. They are.
My baby.
I know. Chloe's gonna be always our baby. Pre-Christmas Eve, Baguio, enjoying. Oh, that Lawrence, he's in Baguio. He's enjoying. Man, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome in Baguio right now, man. Castaway. Hey, there's Michael and Che in Dumaguete City. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to get through all the comments, man. I don't know how behind I am on the comments, babe.
Super behind.
I'm super behind. Oh no, man.
No, just kidding.
I'm super behind. I'm trying to like go through the comments. I'm super behind. Good morning, Master Fortune. Morning, M2. Happy holiday. Happy holidays, Lawrence and family.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brian. Fortune. I saw in another video, there's another tourist spot there in Baguio. New one, Dragon Treasure. Ooh, Dragon Treasure Castle.
Gusto ko ma-meet yung kids ni Lawrence. Ang cute to mga anak niya, G.
Yeah, no.
Cute. Dalawa yun.
Lawrence kids are cute, man. America needs to open up the immigration quota for the Philippines before Japan, Korea, or other countries get them. Yeah, unfortunately, James, the Philippines just has a bad reputation, in America, as far as like good reputation, as far as workers and all that, But the immigration, very strict, man, very strict with Filipinos, because the Filipinos have always had a long history of overstaying in America, unfortunately. Even my relatives, when we came to America, late 70s or early 80s, a lot overstayed. A lot came to America on a tourist visa and overstayed, and that just, it's been that dynamic, there's always been many illegal aliens in the United States, Filipino illegal aliens. They call them TNT, I guess because dynamite. I don't know why they call it TNT, but that's why the embassy here in Manila, they're so strict. When it's a Filipino applying for tourists or any visa going to the United States, they scrutinize the paperwork of the Filipino, because there's a lot of people that fake their documents. I've actually personally, James, I've known a person in the United States that got deported. Now, this is back in the 80s, because it was one of my relatives, one part of our family. He got deported from America to the Philippines. I didn't know what he did in California, but he got deported. But he changed his identity here in the Philippines, was able to do the documents because, you know, the Philippines and notorious for fake documents here, and he was able to make it back to America. So that's why they're so strict when it comes to the Philippines, because unfortunately there was former Filipinos from the past kind of ruined the path going to America for Filipinos here. Also, so many eateries in competition, like businesses in Pillars, much competition. Yeah, there. Matthew. And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. That I get. I get that point there. That I understand. I understand that, James. Yes, that's how Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle, UP prospects, they offer them full scholarship. Problem is there will still be living expenses. So like the average nursing school is say 1,000 per year. Yeah, in the province it is, Flyboy. If you're here in Calibo, $1,000 a year is what will cost you to attend nursing school here. It's gonna be a little more in Iloilo City, definitely more in Manila. But you're getting the same degree. You're getting the same nursing degree, and when they take the exam, you're taking the same licensing exam. And surprisingly, even here in the province, they score well on the nursing exams because, like I said, they do a lot of like hands-on. You know, the nursing students here in Aklan province at St. Gabriel College, they actually do patient care. You know, that is rare in the United States for a student to do patient care, to start an IV, to get blood from a patient. Man, the liability on that would be like hard to get over. But here, you get hands-on experience. Yeah, you get hands-on experience here in the province.
I think when it is Liana's time to go to nursing school here, I think we're gonna be paying 100,000 pesos a year.
A year, maybe.
Because
maybe.
I think right
inflation.
now inflation. Because I think right now it's like almost 30,000 or 35.
35. UP kasi is free tuition, so already advantage versus and offers scholarship on some. But have awesome day. It's Merry Christmas, Belu's. I'm cooking meal. All right. God bless, Belu's. So Maggie free tuition, but still spend 20K per month for her condo, utilities, daily allowance. So not all free. I know, not all free. Not all free. Yeah, because she's got to be living in Quezon City, UP Diliman. So you gotta. You know, it's not cheap to live in that area. You know, it's like living expenses for sure. Yeah. And UK, National Health Service. They will even pay flights, accommodation.
Wow.
We get snow here. All right. I'll keep it in mind. The UK for Liana would love to go to the UK for sure. I have many classmates in UK and all right. Belize, I'm so proud of my valley. We are poor but super clean barangay. Smallest in Leyte. Poor but very happy and surviving. All right.
Oh, nice.
Good to hear, Belize. And I know you're a big part of that because you help out your community. You share the wealth. You know, share the crops. Share get good prices for your rice to the people there. I always see Filipino nurses in the UK. They are well loved and respected here. Never any racism against Filipino here. All right, good to hear, man.
I grew up, babe, with my parents and other older adults before telling us kids that Americans are helpful. Like what you call this, like they like to help.
Oh yeah, Americans are generous people. You know, it's like I saw that in the military. We're always trained to like volunteer.
Yeah, and then when I was in high school, guys, I know this couple, a Filipina an American husband, they sent kids to school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I was
I
in
see
high
that.
school.
Yeah, I see that. I see that because
And it's the local kids, like we call it ati here.
yeah, the Ati, yeah, like the
Yeah.
Aborigines, the
Yeah.
Aborigines of the Philippines.
Mm-mm.
In Brian, that's great, Belus. I have seen some really clean looked after barangay, but seen the opposite as well. Belus, build it and they will come. There's always a way, brother. I'll see it because bring it. The Philippines, all right.
The Philippines. Love the Philippines.
Love the Philippines. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that, Belus. But I don't comment when there, as I think it's not my place to judge. And all sure intake my rubbish. And if possible, maybe take care of what I can. Oh, it's raining again. It's raining
Yeah.
again. It's raining again here, man. Insert, yes. That's why I'm so very proud of my barangay. You should be, man. You should be proud, Belize. Very hard to find like barangays that are clean, help people help each other. Not all barangays are like that. But you see more barangays like that in the province, I think, because there's just a sense of community in the province.
Nagbibigayan ng gulay.
Bibigayan ng gulay. That's all said. People share their vegetables. There's like bayanihan. People help out. Help
Yeah.
out here in the province. Very neighborly. Very good neighbors. That's really great, mate. Certainly something to be proud of. The pride will end up generational. Yep. Vaping is a big issue with youth worldwide.
Oh yeah,
As
I
well,
see
as
it.
well. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. I'm seeing vaping as becoming a problem here.
Wherever I go, there's a lot of kids.
A lot of
vaping.
kids vaping. Yeah, a lot of kids
I'm not sure
vaping.
if they're high school or
I grew
college.
up with rainwater tank, kerosene, wood, things this current generation knows nothing about. Lawrence, my asawa was also the first one from her family to graduate from college. It was very
nice.
difficult and also a big sacrifice on the part of their family.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why there's the utang na loob. Utang na loob is like you feel obligated. If you're the first to graduate, of course you're gonna feel you want to help the rest.
For
You
me, it's the love.
The
Because
love,
for
the love.
me, I remember all the sacrifices that my mom and my dad did for us
Mm-hmm.
kids. I mean, we grow up, we're not rich, but I've seen their struggles,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that.
That's why now it's our turn.
Yeah.
It's our turn to.
That's why mama
That's
is
why.
here with
That's
us.
why mom lives with us because it's our turn. We don't want her working still as a
And I have a
masseuse.
stress.
I have the stress.
Yeah.
We want her to have an easier life now.
She's got Liana now that if she needs something,
Yeah.
if we're here downstairs and she needs something from their bedroom, she's always like, Liana, can you get me
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Leanna's the runner.
Liana, can you bring
Leanna's
me some stairs?
Leanna's the runner up and down the stairs. Got to go now. All right. I'm gonna try to. Man, I've been trying to end the live stream for the longest time here. I can't get on.
It's almost 10.
I know,
It's
like we almost
9:37.
have to go to Calibo now, but I can't get through all the comments. There's so many comments. But thank you for the comments. I appreciate.
Thank you, Derek.
Maybe the meaning of life is love thine as thyself. Oh yeah. I was raised thinking like that, Loris. I was always raised how my mom always told me treat everyone the way you want to be treated, and so it's always sunk in my mind my whole life. That's why when somebody doesn't treat me well and somebody does me wrong, I just move away from that person. I might forgive when somebody does me wrong, I might forgive the person. But usually when I forgive, it's a genuine forgiveness. I tell the person, hey, I forgive you. But a lot of times the relationship's not going to be the same because the trust has been broken, So that's the way I approach my life. But I always want to be treated. That's why I'm careful not to offend anybody. I'm careful with relationships. I do not want to do anything wrong because That's not how I want to be treated. But when somebody does me wrong, a lot of times, I just kind of move away. I say, hey, you're forgiven, but hey, let's just do our own lives. We're like,
Yeah. For me, I grew up like religious.
yeah, I know,
So
very
I am
religious.
a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, I said that yesterday. Dazzle's super religious. She's a law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding
She doesn't want to do anything.
I'm scared to do anything that's like.
Scared to do anything wrong, and that's a good thing, babe. That's a good thing, babe. She's my wife. She's my wife. Yes, you are correct about OFWs being part of the own problem because they will post pictures, new car. Then of course, family. Yeah, they're gonna think you're rich, right? Wow, they're rich. They're rich. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna try to zoom. I'm gonna try to zoom past. All right, I did get to the bottom. All right, I got to the bottom. I got to the bottom. All right, how much buy house new one you live in now? 5 million. Oh no, the house that I live. We bought this house in 2015. So 10 years ago, we bought this house 10 years ago. It cost 1.5 million. Around $24,000 at the time is how much we paid for 2-bedroom, 1-bath, solid house in a gated subdivision. Now these houses here are over 2 million now. So from 1.5 over 2 million plus now if you want the same house. Go fishing. All right, go fishing. All right, Captain Ron. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the very, very long live stream. Maybe because Dazzle was around, so people were wanting to have more comments. But thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Take care, everyone. Everyone, please stay blessed. Stay blessed.